How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let me go and turn off the ghost filter. By golly, I feel like I'm getting paler and paler by every single day. There we go. Look at this man. Not the worst you could pick, right? I'm like a decent, if I were a piece of gear in WoW, it'll be like a decent green with a actually kind of a solid set of stats. Not best in slot, but decent, you know what I mean? Not quite a gray item, you know. Not really something you would sell either because it doesn't really worth a lot of gold. But it'll be a decent item. You know what I mean? It'll be a nice, like, oh, okay, I finally can replace this crappy gray, but you replace it pretty quickly anyway. How you boys all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How you boys doing, you beautiful, beautiful bastards? We got more 5v5 1v1 duels on the way for today. Boys, we got them on the EU for today. And that should be quite a lot of fun, dude. We got 9.05 patch finally here, so we could test out all the new updates, dude. I am looking for new plays. I'm looking for new covenants. I'm looking for really anything. I want to see how every single class that got affected with the changes is played. I also wonder if we'll see any new combinations that we've never seen before, like more Necrolords, because that seems really, really strong. Maybe Venthiel Rogues. Watching them one shot, we'll see, we'll see. You look more handsome than BFA. Yo, what's up, Ashley? Yo, my man, hope you're having a good one. We got ourselves Boombara, Mad, we got ourselves Zyxos, Rick, Jacko, Belly, Alexander, Tyron, Dooman, we got ourselves User, my man. How you doing? Villix, how you doing, my guy? How you boys all doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Is the music loud enough? Maybe a little too loud? Nah, that'll be good. Alrighty, boys. Malaka, hey, my man. Hope you guys are having a good one. EU, I hope you guys are ready for some duels. I want to see what else we end up doing over on the EU, boys. Got the stat screen? No, not on me right now. We'll just have to tease it into position. How does that sound? We'll just have to tease it into position. I forgot to do it this morning anyway. I usually get to do this for a bit. I just little takes for the most part just to get it out of my face. You can call me Alex. What's up, Alex? How you doing, my man? What's up, Chalak? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. What's up, Leon? How you doing, my guy? Now, why did the game put me on this character? Easy max level. Remember him on EU? Remember this guy on EU, boys? Remember this man right here? Where are his weapons at? I guess the warglaives maybe just don't show up or whatever. Here we go, boys. Here we go. How you boys all do? There's no one applying in the horde? Yo. Is there a lot of alliance coming to something on tonight? Watching the video, Task Rogan changed to it. Big DPS. Let's go, Maccas. Let's go, dude. Hope you guys like it, man. It's in a really good spot right now. At least I would say it's in a really great spot right now. Got ourselves a breeze ass with a group. Ready to go with Alex first up. We won't even waste time, boys. We won't even waste time. MPRZAS. Hopefully I got that right. And Alex. First one's up and running for the day, boys. Yo, do we have the... Oh! But Snowstorm is the 30... Okay, that's available for all my accounts, apparently. And we got the Ancient, man. Look at the boy. Yo. I love this guy. I love this guy. That's my mount that I'll be riding all the time on this character now. Please tell me the female orc mods come together nicely. I haven't really... I've been leveling my paladin. I got a paladin recently, Tyrant. So I've been spending a little bit of time on rogue, doing the raid, but also I've been spending a little bit of time leveling the paladin. So we got another level 60 on the way, boys. Night Fae, Paladino, gonna be weird. I know. That's a weird combo. Do I want to add this? Yo, I think I want to add this song to the duels mix, man. Let me do that. Actually, add it to the duels mix. I like it. I think it's chill enough. Okay, let's go switch to our duelist mix, boys. Get that out of there. I like how that's the first song that's playing. Yo, let's skip. Wait, what the hell? No. What the hell? It's for some reason skipped my whole duels mix altogether. It just ignored it completely. Weird. Alrighty, boys. Switch. We're coming in a little late, but it looks like it's going to be Hyper versus Christina Warrior. Bladestorming out of that route. Trying to go for a leap, kind of phasing through the bridge there for a second. Struggling to fight the Feral. It looks like the health is going to be gone with a commanding shout. Going away. That's going to be Ignore Pain. Coming online for Hyper, as he did have parry rolling. Every defensive has been used. Christina, Jesus, a few more globals take him out. Trying to go for the big. Condemns back-to-back versus Christina. Somehow still alive. Goes in for a big kill at the very last second. Where did that heal coming out of? That was an impending victory. Hondo Beam. It looks like Christina might be out of globals, out of energy to make the damage happen. Thorns are available, and Hyper is just securing his own death at the very end of it all. Christina taking out the first guy of the day. With Archeor gonna be up next. Night Fae or trying to make his way over to Christina. Does hit him with look like a frostbolt, but it's actually just gonna be his images going for that. And Christina will not be able to get himself a proper reset. Gonna be a Ring of Frost. Do they have a trinket? They do. He's gonna trinket kick that G-Pie before it even starts to finish the cast fit. There's gonna be shifted power available before Arceus is trying to go for some big damage. Combustion available versus Christina. Pyroblast in a back-to-back. Christina popping wall, looking for that surviving. He's looking to survive the burst of a fire magus. And looks like surviving, he does. Trying to see if he can maybe catch himself a bit of a reset behind the pillar. Maybe even catch a re-stealth. I don't really know. Looks like they're not going to be able to poke it out from behind the pillar. Unafraid of the mage, ready to rip, rake, and mangle. And Arhi got himself quite a bit of damage himself. Trying to go for another breath into a ring, but looks like that breath breaks a little early. All the time should keep Arhi safe against Christina's assault here. Trying to place a Ring of Frost maybe a little too early. And Arhi does have a limited amount of self-healing he can do. He needs to go for that mage foot immediately. Trying to sit on the edge of the Ring of Frost in case Christina leaps on him. Does get the rake stun mid-air. He got some air time with that one. Breath to get the Feral off of him with a shifting power to follow for Arhi. Trying to get some cooldowns back. Could potentially be Iceblock or Cauterize out of this one. Blink it out of that stun. Christina is on him like glue. Big old bite, and Arhi does get the shield, securing themselves just a little bit of survivability without having to force Cauterize. But the bleeds for Christina, the dots just tore through that shield so quickly. It did give him back some health, but his shields are just not even doing it for him. Could be a Cauterize right here. Arhi does still have dots on him. Looks like he does. Maybe a Cauterize. He does proc that caught. Doesn't go for a greater pyro. Decides against it. Goes for food instead. Another stun, but Christina has a blink for it. Iceblock is the only thing keeping him alive, but looks like the ultra time comes in right in the nick of time. Staying alive just for a little longer. My goodness, Christina really went aggressive this game. I don't even got to introduce the whole team. And Arhi, man, good blink, but next stun could be really bad for him. I think he is on DR though. Breath into an ice block. You know what? He felt like, you know what? I'm playing with fire here. I'm playing Fire Mage, but even I am playing with fire. I have to put myself on ice. I have to mend my wounds here. I have to get a reset, and there goes a shooting power. Christina actually tried to time the AoE to land that stun onto Arhi, not let him go anywhere with that root. Ring of Frost almost makes a play. All Arhi needs to do is wait until next breath. Might not even be able to do so. Big combustion onto Christina as he's trying to play it super defensively. Arhi does not have a lot of health available. Blink does give him a bit of a shield. Does refresh the rest of the shields. Looks like not too many dots are on Arhi. Not looking too bad. His health bar is very, very small. However, he's going to be able to get some healing back as Christina busts through that shield. For Arhi, though, he really needs to wait out until the next time he can get those shields online. That is the only way he's surviving right now, is by the shield. Looks like the Feral was caught in a trap. The freezing trap of a mage. Does Christina have a way out of it? Looks like Arhi actually does not go for a G-Pie. And Christina does catch himself a re-stealth. Arhi desperately needs to get himself some food or something, anything. That's going to be a stun by Christina. Blink available for Arhi. But bites are gonna secure the kill. Christina, unless he somehow just doesn't have any damage against the C-Pod, it's gonna be a comeback for Arhi. Not gonna let him make a comeback there. And Unstoppable is gonna be up next as an elemental shaman. With the Maldraxian shield getting quite a big buff, it's actually a DR ability. It does give it damage reduction. So it is quite nice. It's a defensive in a sense. And also the shield is quite huge right now. It's like 40% of the health. Normally it could be only 40 once you use it around corpses, but now it just gives you 40. Maybe it was 50 around corpses? I don't remember, dude. It used to be very, very small. But Unstoppable. How well is he gonna fare against a Pharaoh? Looks like Christina is gonna wait until he's about to pick up the eye, making sure that he's picking up the eye for real before he really tries to go for an opener. Unstoppable taking quite a bit of damage at the start here. Lightning Lasso for Christina is going to bark skin for it. Unstoppable does at least secure himself just a little bit of setup for Christina. Dodging and juking that kick. Very well done for him. Is going to be able to get a bunch of free casts in there. Like damage, for example. Trying to get Frost Shocks onto Christina. Hopefully to slow him down a hair. And there's quite a lot of hairs on this cat. Terrible joke, I know. Terrible. Awful. But it looks like Insufferable actually lived the opener by Christina, and looking like he doesn't want to let him get the re-stealth. Looks like the re-stealth is available for the Feral. Has a Thunderstorm if he wants to knock it back at any moment. But is not really feeling super pressured by now. Christina making sure to turn around, take out the totem. That's going to be like the last one. Christina does have to force a trinket here. Has the wall as it could. That's going to be a flesh count for Insufferable. 20% DR while he's channeling, and a pretty massive 40% of his health shield. I think DR'd with the... I think it is going to have reduction based on dampening though. Lava Burst trying to come out, going to be an interrupt, and Insufferable does get himself free cast. For Christina, this is a tough situation to be in. Do you interrupt the Lava Burst, where quite a lot of damage could come out for Insufferable, or do you stop his heals, which also could be quite big? You got to be big healing surges as a combo coming out. Insufferable does actually stop himself from getting the heals just to interrupt it. Cyclone coming up for Christina, does land a tricky coming in for Insufferable with Stormkeeper right after. Christina could maybe go for a wall here, choosing not to. Like the last that comes in, the Bark Skin is back up though. And looks like Insufferable setting up for a big old knockback. Christina does have the leap for it, leaping right on him. Big cooldowns coming out for Christina, but he's at super low health. Is it going to be able to recover? Interrupt him on fire. Nashikasa going to go through big bites back to back though, and Christina making sure to take down the totems to make sure Insufferable does not get any value off of those. Lightning bolts might not be enough, and Insufferable looks like he is rotating the Earth Elemental. Not really sure if he's feeling pressured by Christina and he just wants to be safe, or if that's something he would have done no matter the situation. Christina does have a kick coming in 6 seconds. And Thorn's available. I guess it's going to hurt that Earth Elemental a little bit because he is meleeing him. Insufferable and Christina are neck to neck right now. Wall still available for Christina. Still making sure to take down the totems for Insufferable. 3 Lava Burst comes out. Did not have Primordial Bolt with that one. And there goes the Primordial Bolt setup. Next Lava Burst could be huge. Big damage on Christina out of nowhere. That is Elemental Shaman damage. Just kind of happens at a snap of your fingers. Try not to get juked by Christina. There goes the stun. Shortest stun ever. Into a Stormkeeper. Does get interrupted on it. Lava Burst should be pretty big here. Christina looking... Oh, actually, I guess Lava Burst wasn't as big. I guess he used a Lava Burst early with Primordial. And it just didn't really have the biggest slap together. It's sometimes really difficult to track whether he does use Lava Burst or not. Especially when he's in melee. Because you don't really see the Lava Burst animation nearly as easily when there's like up close. But looks like Christina is not giving the chase at all. Landing the kick. That's going to be Fire Elemental rotated by Insufferable. Christina has a trinket and everything available here. Trying to make some damage happen. Staying aggressive. Popping wall to stay aggressive. Trinkets out of the lasso. Insufferable does have a wall of his own back up. And Christina does catch up himself. Feels looks like Christina is playing the Restoration Affinity. Big Convoke the Spirits coming out on the side. So Insufferable does get those back-to-back bites. Massive Earthshock back at the Feral. Insufferable, who's going to win here at this point? Christina trying to avoid the totem. Leaping right back to Insufferable. A big bite right after. Does Insufferable recover here at all? He's in a super bad spot. Looks like he just stopped moving altogether. And Christina just trucked him down all the way. Next up is going to be Titanios. Christina coming out with a massive damage in the opener. Barskin available for Titanios. How do you even have a defensive after going through juggernauts like that back-to-back Archeoric? Insufferable. How do you go against those guys and then rotate your cooldowns so perfectly that you still have someone for Titanios after him? Titanios, it looks like he's the one who set up the Ursos, or Christina did. It's hard to tell. Somebody's Ursos. I want to say it's maybe Christina's because I'm pretty sure Christina is not in the Bear Affinity. Otherwise, we would have seen a Roar. I'm pretty sure I've seen a Swiftman or two. Landing that opener reset on Titanius, forcing out a Barskin out of him pretty early with a wall too. Lots of defensive getting used. Trying to go for that cheeky hibernate. Christina comes in. Big bite through the Barskin and the wall. Imagine if those defenses were not up. I think Titanius would have been basically a goner. Christina trying to get himself a regrowth or two. Should be in a decent spot. Titanius, do you still have dots in you? He's staying in the bear form for quite a while. Got firm landing the opener from Christina. Titanius not looking that good. Next bite could be really deadly. Has Thorns and Thorns for Thorns. Bachelor Titanius. Does Christina commit the damage? Thorns could be really bad, but Titanius is so low. And there goes the Seed Pod. Christina needs to kill the Seed Pod. Not Titanius, because the Seed Pod does not have Thorns. And down goes the other Feral. Vibing, the last one left on Team 1. Are you playing the Vent? Oh, playing the Vent here. And the Vent, they get buffed, man. So Flame Shot could be really good. Does have the Ursols for Vibing. Christina leaping on top of Vibing with a bite. But Vibing is sending quite a bit of damage back to Christina. Does have Barskin for those kill shots. As we're hitting that 10-minute mark right now. Vibing needs to play this game super careful against Christina. I feel like this Feral still has combo coming up very, very soon. Trinket available at a moment's notice. Nova Barcia for a bit. Wild not available for a while either. Big bites out of Christina. And Vibe does go for a self-heal. Needs to make sure he's dealing with the bleeds. Maybe even CC needs to come out. Otherwise, he could be in a really dangerous situation. There goes the Convoke. Does have the intro, but Christina does go fighting through the feigned death. And that's just going to be the Feral dominance here. My god, almost a million damage out of this cat. Quite a lot of healing as well. And I don't think Feral's got any kind of update this 905 that makes it do more damage or healing. So this is just a same old Feral just dominating, dude. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts performance just now, boys. That was absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed that one. Alrighty, boys. Do we have another one on EU? Do we have the boys in here? When people are hoarding you goes up, yo boys, make sure to let them know who you have or what groups you have available. Let me post the how to join groups, because I wonder if that'll be helpful for somebody. 99, man, we're getting to that 100 with the duels, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. That was a good for a Zillow day, man. That'll really get your blood pumping. Okay, here we go. I think I can do the full thing. Yes, I can do the full thing, and we'll pin it. And we'll pin the message. Here we go. So if anybody has a question of how to join the groups, here we go, boys. I don't bite, yo. Join the group, guys. The group is up. Yeah, if you guys want to join any of the groups for 5V5 1v1 Duels, go to Player vs. Player tab in LFG. Premier group, custom PvP. Find the group at type number 5. Enter. And you'll be able to see a 5V5 1v1 group on Alliance and or Horde on EU. Today is EU since it is Friday. Or if you don't see one, you can also start a group and call it something like 5V5 1v1 Duels Dalaran. Something along those lines. As long as you have the number 5 in there for 5v5, I think most people should be able to find you since that's what they're searching for. But yeah, if you want to make a group yourself, if you don't see one that's up and running on your faction, you always can. Add me on EU on Real ID. Or let me know in the chat that you have a group and I'll add you on Real ID. And then we'll queue you guys, I guess, one of the groups that's available, man. That's how we're gonna do it. That's how we do the duels every single week. Frost DK is viable in PvP. I want to focus on RPGs. Yes, Frost Death Knights are really good in PvP. They're really good. Big cleave, big stun, good AoE damage. Yeah, Frost Death Knights are nutty. I might want to, but I want to be able to use Tooth and the Furies for like a Mog. I think for Frost Death Knights right now for PvP, most of them are using a two-hander because the obliterate damage from two-hander and the big crits it gets is better. However, you probably could run a dual-wield build, maybe with, like if you have a healer healing you, you could probably go Breathless and Dragos and do some cheesy like that on RPGs, like in a group, big groups, just cleave the world down, you know what I mean? Just cleaving the world down altogether. Maybe you could do something like that, you know? But yeah, Assassination Rogue, Ink, Stud, Muffin will try to join the group. Sounds good, my man. Do you only have Breezaz and Alex? Because we'll go again, man. We'll go again. But that's all we have for EU for the day, man. I thought we had a lot of dudes last week for EU. What happened? Is everybody doing farming stuff out with 905 being up, I guess? Maybe Valor Point farming? We can go, though. We can go. Yo, Breezaz, let me know if you're ready. Last commenter, what's up, David? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Glad you like it, man. Glad you like it. It's just early. Let's go again. All right. Sounds good, my dude. Sounds good. We'll go again, boys. With the same teams. Just because Zeta had himself a really big go. Their team got to go get a chance to play again. Mugabala might be a better map for some of you guys. I feel like for a Feral, it's a better map than anybody else. Or Monks. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Maybe it'll be slightly different. Alrighty. Twitch. Let's actually introduce these boys in here, man. On Team Christina, we have ourselves Wolf. Is just sticking to Beast Mastery. He is still BM. He is still Kyrian. We got ourselves Zaliha. I don't know what covenant you are. But we got ourselves Sub-Rogue. We got Christina as per usual. Tridekite as a monk. And we got Advo. Is he still Demonology? He is still Demonology. Versus Team 1, we got ourselves Vibing. We got ourselves Hipper. I guess it's Hipper, right? Like a hip. Oh, the gloves, the belt. Is that Legion? It looks like a Legion Paladin like last year raid, right? He got like himself like a bronzish look going on. I do like it. We got ourselves a Sophable there. We have ourselves Titanius as well as Arhi Orc sticking to their guns as a Fire, Feral, as well as Elemental. I wanted to say Fury because I felt like Fire, Feral, Fury. I feel like that would have matched together. Looks like Wolf is going to be first up. Worse as Titanius the Feral dropping down the flare, expecting the cat to approach him. Are we going to be seeing any freezing traps or anything? It looks like he's just kind of saving those freezing traps for later. Most of the hunters usually just pop down a freezing trap on top of themselves. But maybe they're expecting for the Feral to go for the opener, expecting to live it, and then using freezing traps as they see afterwards. Maybe go for a stun, force a trinket, freezing trap, reset. Go freezing trap, force a trinket, stun, get aggressive. It looks like Wolf is going to go for a defensive in the opener. Stun onto Titanius. Getting those pets beefed up. The pets do take a little bit of a ramp up to get their damage rolling. But once they do, we've noticed that in the last duels on NA as well as EU, there's quite a lot of damage behind it. Titanius just getting blasted by those pets. Absolutely decimated. Kill shot. What? Wolf just took him out in a single bursty setup. He just needed a little bit of a sustain. And there it goes. Just taking the Feral out of the game just like that. Beastmaster hunters, man. Since their legendaries got buffed, pretty sure Wolf's pets are just doing more crit damage if he's running that one legendary with the crits. Hip is going to be up next. Leaping in with Condemn. Had Reflect available a little bit early in case the freezing trap was waiting for him. Big Condemns. And just continue to just keep slapping Wolf. Every time he gets a Condemn, just a good portion of his health just chunks out. You just see red flying out of him. And Wolf is going to put him on ice for a second. Trinket coming out for a hip. And those pets are not even going to be able to stun. Mostly because the stun CD is up. Cutting intimidation for a bit. Actually, it looks like it's back up. I didn't realize a whole 45 seconds or was it a minute? I don't remember, I guess. I guess it's 45. It looks like Hip is turning attention onto the pets. Not a terrible idea as a warrior versus a hunter to eliminate the pets if at all possible. Pop and parry for those pets. You know what? That's usually a weird move. However, for Beastmaster Hunter, that's where like 90% of the damage comes from is the pets. So parrying the pets, while it seems like a weird idea, not the worst. And oh, what? I feel like that resonant arrow shouldn't have tagged him. I feel like he was way out of reach. By the way, it's red. You can see enemies resonate arrows and a few other effects. Apparently, they're a different color now. Wolf is just going to ignore all the damage from Arhi or completely. Arhi went in with the biggest setup possible. But looks like maybe the pet sack absorbed majority of that combustion damage. And looks like Wolf was able to survive the massive combustion for now. Feign death for a second. Try to get himself out of that freezing ring of frost. I wanted to say freezing trap. But out of the ring of frost. It looks like Wolf is still under quite a bit of pressure. Does interrupt Arhi on fire. And Arhi is blinking in, trying to go, I think, for a breath. Just continue to get this fire blasts in. No trinket for the mage. So Wolf can actually take the situation under control for a moment. And still Arhi just continuing to blast the big damage at the hunter. Trying to stay aggressive with him. Trying to interrupt him as best as possible. It's going to go for the poly. Maybe a G-Pie right after. Wolf is going to be able to have himself a bit of a reset with health. There's going to be quite a lot of damage out of Arhi afterwards. Does go for Feign Death. Still G-Pie connects, but is still Feign Death in order to deal with some of the damage from Arhi. And as long as Wolf has the pets on Arhi, he'll be in a good spot. Looks like maybe only one pet what's happened to the other pet? Did he kill it? Or maybe the pets kind of fused into one? That's probably what happened. It looks like Wolf does get himself a camo. Arhi does go for a bit of a reset. And Wolf is going to be able to get the opener. Needs to get the Hunter's Mark onto Arhi. Brings the trap, stops in his place. Super unfortunate for Arhi, but he's in a good spot. He can get himself line of sight. It looks like maybe he's not even going to go for that. Looks like he's trying to stay aggressive. Freeze onto all those pets. Shifting power available. Wolf can interrupt it for now. And Arhi's just a blink away from a breath and getting CC line up. Is going to get the G-Pie out of it most likely. Trinket for Wolf though. Interrupted it as fast as he can. Arhi actually taking a little bit of damage, a little bit of pressure. And I don't know what happened with his all the time. Might have actually got cleaned out by Wolf. Might have got trank shotted. There goes the intro by Wolf. Stopping the freezing trap. I mean, the free ring of frost. Gonna be those pets just mauling Arhi. And does have to go for an ice book. Those pets are gonna be chipping their teeth against the ice. But Arhi does get to use the defensive while Wolf has a lot of damage rolling up. There's honestly not a terrible idea. Does he see the pets back there? He did. The better he controls the pets, the better spot he's going to be against Wolf. Because Wolf, majority of his damage is literally just pets. Just so much of his damage is pets. He does have to get those kill commands, but those pets right now are just mauling through him. That shield is not gonna hold on too long. Needs to connect with a hunter ASAP if he wants to make any damage happen. He can't just stay over there with the pets by himself. Freezing trap, and Arky does choose to trinket it. Trying to stay aggressive versus Wolf. Ring of Frost and a Poly. I think the Ring of Frost was mostly for the other pets. There goes the Meteor and a combustion by Arky. Wolf doesn't go for Fade Death for a second. Has to go for a Turtle since he can't go for a pet sack for that combustion. And Arky, if anything, at least forced a big cooldown out of Wolf. We'll see how well it's going to work out for Wolf, though. That is a 3-minute cooldown down. Still has pet sack in the future. No combustion to deal with for a while, but Arky does play the cooldown reduction as a Night Fae. Ulti time available is going to be safe. Try to see if he could clean off the ulti time. Did not happen. And Wolf still has all those pets over there with Arky. Just needs to give himself a nice resonating shot. And he'll be in a good spot, man. He can actually be in a really good spot. Breath of his pets. Looks like Arky's backpedaling out of there. And out goes the resonating shot. Interrupt him on a Ring of Frost. Deja vu situation. Arky, though, no ice block this time. Just has the smallest smidge of health. Finally got himself a Ring of Frost. Those pets are definitely going to get themselves CC'd if they run into it. That's exactly what Arky wants. Kill shot could still come out from the hunter. Does get the kill shot. Proccing out the cauterize Arky. Not in a great spot. Shields are back up. And then goes Shift and Power trying to gain the shields ASAP. Yo, Henry, can we get a hashtag Henry chat for that dono, my man? 5 big EU bones. Thanks so much. Come on, the BM hunters, dude. Yeah, I feel like Wolf is going to be just fine against this mage so far. He's been able to hunt them down. The only thing that's scary about a mage in every single time is the massive combustion damage. That's the only thing we are to be afraid of. And Arky, though, he doesn't look like he's given up just yet. Probably onto Wolf. He does have a trinket out of it if he wants to. There goes the freeze, not on the pets, though. Kind of messing up and not going for the G-pipe. Big combustion coming out. Wolf should be able to deal with this. Does have a pet sack available. One of his pets is frozen. The pet that was trying to give him the pet sack, I guess. Resonant Air is available. Arky should take a lot of damage here. Does have ult time. As long as he doesn't have his ult time ripped off him, he might be okay. That is going to be held back, if anything. It looks like he is going to get the ult time. Trying to use that mobility to catch up to Wolf. Does hit him with a breath. I think maybe mid-disengage should get available for Wolf. And Arky tried to go for the cooldown reduction. Stun. Does still have shields. The pets are just tearing into him. G-Pie tried to come out, but he's actually at no health at all. Kill shot goes through. The shield is there to absorb a portion of it. Breath onto the hunter trying to land a poly. That was a last-ditch poly. That's all he could really do in that situation. The hunter just has so much pressure without even having to have line of sight of the guy. And the Kyrian just removes that line of sight every minute, I think it is. So just if you're in a bad situation with all the cooldowns rolling for the hunter and you try to line aside the pets and then the resonant air comes up and you can't stop the pets at all because he interrupts you, it's just a bad situation to be in. Unstoppable pushing in versus Wolf right now. Lava burst available. Light lasso up. The Wolf is going to get hit with a lasso. Feign death coming in. This is going to go for a sipping cup from his carrion friend. The Swolken. Big damage set up for Unstoppable. Could be really bad for Wolf. Does get a self-heal rolling with the pets by the looks of it. Into a stun onto Unstoppable. Has a trinket if he needs to. Wolf does get Resonant Shot rolling. It's going to be immediate wall for Unstoppable. And Wolf does go for a turtle. Into a freezing trap. I don't really know if he needed to go for a turtle here. And I wonder why he went for a turtle. Maybe he was worried about... Was that a trinket on Unstoppable? Unstoppable just did not want to let Wolf get a reset at all. He's just pushing in at the boy. Lightning Lasso right after. Wolf not in a great spot. Not really feeling all that good. Does go for Feign Death. Massive heal. I think those were Hellstone from the Warlock as well. The Warlock Hellstone was used, I believe, there with acceleration. That is a massive health recovery here. And Unstoppable is just all up in his face. Not letting Wolf go anywhere. Random bursts of damage. I think that might have been a big, maybe lava burst setup. That's what it looked like. Wolf on the defensive. Set up a trap, but looks like the rock boy might walk through it. Aww. And he is trying to at least get frost shocks on the pets. At least trying to keep the pets in line of sight. Wolf catching that camo. Not a clean one. Looks like either him or one of the pets still had a dot. So Unstoppable is clever about it. Clever girl. As long as you have a dot on one of the pets, you cannot go for a full camo as a hunter. You and your pets all have to be clean of any damage over time. And in a tough situation like this one, where you're just trying to survive for your life, that's sometimes hard to track everything. how to track your pets, how to track yourself at the same time. There's just too many things to track. Lava Burst to come up for Insufferable, get a hit in the stun, and Wolf is continuing to just play this super defensively, letting the pets unleash onto Insufferable, but playing that Restoration Shaman, Earthshield Legendary is just kind of tough to deal with. Gonna get another Henry Panther in chat. Hashtag Henry Panther in chat, boys. Showed appreciation for the one for Donald, my man. Another one there. BM Hunter Pog. Yo, Henry, this is a huge fan of Wolf, I guess, huh? Resonant shot out for Wolf. Does get a trinket for the last. So walling up. As someone was expecting the big damage out of Wolf, is going to get some offensives back to back too. Lava Burst should be pretty huge here with a Decimating Bolt. Trying to get a Lava Burst set up. Wolf missing that interrupt. Lava Burst is free. I think it might be over. Big procs with it. Oh my goodness. Big procs with an Earth Shock for Wolf. Took a lot of damage there. Not much you can really do in that situation. Trying to kite me does go for the interrupt onto the Fleshcraft shield. Trying to reduce the amount of extra absorb as well as DR that Insufferable gets. But it means Insufferable is free to cast everything at him. And Try's actually going to take a lot of damage there in Lasso. What was that damage? Has a Zuen available for Insufferable. That's just looking for survivability. Hex does get interrupted on. Insufferable got the Frost checks in order to get some slows on to try to kite me. Looks like he's going to try to kite him. He's going to take his name and try to test his name, in fact. It looks like Zuen actually gave him a charge for Fleshcraft by the looks of it. Did you see that? There's like a little green shimmer that went into Insufferable when Zuen like faded. That was interesting. Vibing is going to be up next, but is he vibing against Try to Kite Me? He's going to try to see if he can deal with him. That is a monk. It is quite actually massive when it comes to these duels, dude. Try usually just dominates. I'm pretty sure it's a Gladiator monk, man. Fist of Fury for the pet. Just trying to see if he can take out the pet while he's at it. Needs himself some healing. Or at least maybe trying to see if he can get the pet to push back. Disappointed. I'm sorry about it, Henry. Can we get another hashtag Henry in chat for them? My man, that is 15 big EU bones, my guy. Thank you so much. That's extremely generous of you, man. In such a short notice, just 15 big bones. I really appreciate it, man. For a guy that's playing video games all day and streams, makes YouTube videos on them. Thank you so much. That's really generous of you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Looks like Vibing is going to go for a bit of damage on to try to kite me. Trying to push in with the Venthyr Door of Shadows. Continue to get those kill shots. Lucky kill shots. Started to try to kite me. Does he have enough damage? Tricky coming out for Try. Oh my goodness. Looks like he did not have the karma. Vibing is actually vibing, dude. He's actually vibing. He's actually chilling. And Zeliha might be able to give him a vibe check. Random trap. Does he walk into it? It looked like he was about to walk into it. Oh my god. He actually is vibing, dude. Oh my god. He's actually chilling. No, that's a survival hunter. The first hunter was a BM. Vibing is a survival. You can see the I guess the staff. But he's also not Night Fae, a Venthyr, which is what I swapped my hunter recently to. You know why I did it? Everybody in my guild that's a marksman hunter was like, nah, you have to be playing Fae. It's top damage. I just like the button that the flayed shot is, dude. I just like being able to press it. I think it's fun. It's just an extra button for your survival hunter rotation. And I personally enjoy it. Vibing sitting in a freezer trap. Oh, the rogue caught it. The rogue ate the trap, but he's got a lot of damage too. Oh, the rogue got a lot of damage going up. Shadow Blades and everything available. Vibing doesn't go into Turtle Shell. Rogue goes for advantage. Vibing needs to stop him somewhere or another. Cannot stop him. Looks like the steel trap didn't do anything. Freezer trap is back up. Does eat it. Vibing needs to make sure there's dots or something on the rogue. Make sure the rogue does not get reset. Explosive trap comes out. Kill command goes through. No more 100% grip for Zella as long as someone is tagging him. As long as there's a pet or someone attacking him, blinds the pet. And Vibing does have a hunter's mark on him. Could Cloak of Shadows in order to make sure that he doesn't get spotted. Shadow Strike coming in. Didn't even give him a chance. Cloak of Shadows was up ahead of time. Oh my goodness. Yo, Wolf came in with a lot of damage there, dude. Almost 700,000 damage as a BM hunter. Nutty. Nutty. That was actually so good. That was actually so good, dude. Leaving a Sparkle Fairy vibes on Frost, from a Frost DK. Yo, dude, I'm playing them Sparkle DK. It's actually quite a lot of fun. I need to get more renowned before they do that. Trying to get a group, but Ali is dead. I'm sorry to hear about. Finally got a group, whatever you are. Oh, man, sounds good, my dude. We got more peeps in here, boys. This is going to be going up versus Belly. How you doing, Chrysler? Hope you're having a good one, my man. Keep up the good work, Dal. It's fun watching you in these difficult times. Yo, Harry, thank you so much for the donor. I really do appreciate it, man. That's very generous of you. Seriously, I'm literally a guy. I'm literally an idiot with a webcam and a PC, and I play WoW and I stream it and make YouTube videos on it, dude. So seriously, my job. I don't have the. I have the toughest, hardest work here, boys. You know what I mean? No, seriously, I do appreciate it, guys. It's incredibly generous of you. Seriously. I got a mouse as well. That's so nice. A new mouse. What can you get? That's powerful alliance. Too fast. Got more spots, boys. Kryzer needs one more in the alliance, boys. We'll give him 30 seconds. Maybe Kryzer will be able to fill it up. One more in the alliance. We'll try to fill it up. Breeze has got 3 out of 5. Alex still has a group, so we could throw Alex's belly, but I'll give Kryzer a little bit of time to fill up. Because we're short too. Yeah, if you guys want to do it. Oh my God, Lamar. How you doing, Lamar? Are you gonna be joining the Duels, you beauty? Yo, can we get a hashtag Lamar Milade in chat? My man, thank you so much, my dude. Hashtag Lamar for that 3-bone donor, my man. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you, my dude. I'm a carpenter on the building site all day, and I look forward to coming home and watching the streams. Yo, my man, that actually sounds awesome. A carpenter, because when I was in high school, the only classes I enjoyed is anything that was woodworking, like working with my hands. We took this shop class. And in the shop class, we built our own like tables, like to work on. It was more like we had to take tests and stuff back in high school with that class, but the teacher didn't really care for the paperwork. He more cared for what we actually get to make in the class. So we built our own tables. Like we got these supplies and actually had to put the tables together, like the work tables, like they would look nice. We built benches and we sold those for supplies back in the day. So we can get more supplies to make more stuff. So we made these green benches, well put together, that actually got sold and put in places. And using the money, we got even more supplies to make these boats, like this one-man boat. It was a little weird. It was weird. It sounds weird making boats, but they actually floated. We actually tested them. They did float. And then those got sold for even more supplies. And it was just that forth. And that was my favorite class, dude. I was like, if you had a bad day in high school, you know, teenager, whatnot, it's just nice to get in, get to that, get some splinters in your hands, work on stuff, you know, putting effort and make something. That was the best class, honestly, man. Wait until you did as a living. Yeah, I know it's not even, you can't even compare. You can't even compare, but I did enjoy it. And messing with PCs, that's the only thing I enjoyed. That and messing with PCs. But yeah, can't compare. You're right. Let's get Kryzer in here. Kryzer and Belly Sarius. Just pass on a horde. Come on, guys. Let's go, boys. Go PvP custom 5v5s. Yeah, we have a pin at the top of the chat. Hopefully that the directions are clear. Open LFG, like hit H or I on your keyboard, I guess, or anything where you like. How do you queue for battlegrounds? Go to that window. Oh my God, Kryzer's Demonology? Yo, that's gonna be an interesting game, dude. That's gonna be a game and a half, dude. No way. No way. This up here. Yeah. Just spots on a horde. Perfect. Yeah, you guys feel free to advertise that you have groups. My man, Anheim! Oh my God, yo, can we get a hashtag Anheim? My man! That's some bones right there, dude!
Hey, Manny, let's go for some duels.
Let's go, dude! Let's go! Can we get a hashtag Anaheim for that beautiful 1 to 10 buck donor, my man? Big 10 bones right there. Thank you so much, my guy. I appreciate it. Let's go for them duels, boys. Switch. We got ourselves Team Kryzer. Kryzer playing that Demonology. I really do like that. It's gonna be interesting. We got ourselves AoE. Podliva. AoE Unfair, I think is the Russian name would be. AoE. We got ourselves Too Fast with Lex as well as I-Pass Wog. I-Pass? Leah Ila Pass Wog? No idea. We gotta call him Pass. Is this Pass? Wait! This guy's Sun Muffin! What are you doing? I just noticed he has Exsanguinate. What are you doing, Sun Muffin? You don't have Exsanguinate. Gonna be Thorns? And it looks like he's actually gonna go for big damage on AoE. Is he gonna burn Exsanguinate being used while inside of Vendetta? Barskin is up by the Feral. Evasion is up for Sun Muffin. The bleeds are rotten AoE down, but looks like maybe Exsanguinate did get through those bleeds very, very quickly. Vanish Reveal for Stun Muffin does still have a Vendetta onto AoE. Shadow Step next to him trying to get a sap, and Stun Muffin, what are you doing? With Exsanguinate. I like it. I like the idea behind it. Although that was Bark Skin though by AoE, so there was a lot of damage just got sank into the bark. Maybe he'll be able to go again. Exang is available very, very soon. He's going to be able to get a big road onto AoE. Could have shot Dusk him out. Does he stay in there? Or does he get away? Looks like he's just going to let the dots do some work for AoE. And start looking for that reset. Does almost get it? No, looks like Moonfire is going to go on him. Has a Cloak of Shadows if he needs to. AoE is not going to let him go anywhere though. Trinket for the Rogue. But now he's put up in a weird tough spot to be in. And could be going down here in a moment. Does have the Seed Pod come in AoE if he can take down the Seed Pod. That is lights out for this brave Rogue. Playing in a brave new world. Assassination Rogues just got buffed. And this man came in guns blazing with a massive Exsanguinate. I like that play. Too bad it didn't work out this time. He just needs himself a better setup. If it wasn't a Feral, I feel like we'd see some real gameplay out of him. Wim is going to be up next. And Wim... Oh god, I'm swapping the wrong people. There goes Wim. Still sticking to his guns as a Frost Mage. Not playing with a pet. So he's just playing solo. That's going to be quite a big Ice Lances and Frostbolts. It's going to get the freeze onto AoE. Leaps across it though. That Feral leap gives you that. Oops. Mirrors of Torment up on AoE. Eventually those autos are going to silence him and root him. He is a Feral Druid, so he's just going to be able to power shift out of it. So it won't be too bad. However, the root initially and the silence could be bad if he's trying to get some heals rolling. It looks like Wim just trying to see if he can survive it. There goes the silence and the root shifts out of it, still silence. And Wim just trying to see if he can just bury him in an avalanche. AoE has a bit of damage back to Wim. And Wim is taking a lot here. That's a lot of bleeds. That's a lot of procs on him. Oh, that health is not looking good. So he does go for the Ice Block. And does have the Ice Block heal. Since he was playing 2 Ice Block being a Frost Mage, you will want to use them in order to heal as well as to deal with the enemy. You don't have the Cauterize like the other pets do. And that's going to be a nice opener by AoE onto Wim. I said try to see if you can meet him in the Blizzard. Try to deny him the stealth opener. Skull Bash onto the Frostbolt, which kind of blows into Door of Shadows. Does have... Oh, he didn't really go that far. Oh, was that a trick? Was he trying to trick him out? Trick coming in for AoE. Wim does try to CC the Feral any way he can. And there goes the Trinket. If only Wim had a stun or something, then I think it would be huge for him. Big bite onto the Frost Mage though. Has the shields up. No Cauterize to keep himself alive. Might have to go for another Ice Block here very, very soon. AoE is just not really giving him a moment to breathe. And we might have to Ice Block this another one. AoE taking a little bit of damage from the Frozen Orb. But man, that's a lot of pressure. That is a ton of pressure by this Feral. I don't know if a Frost Mage can do much in this situation. Trying to go for Mirrors of Torment onto AoE. Oh, you're also playing Theodore. So he's playing Theodore. So whenever time he uses Mirrors of Torment, he actually gains like 6% versatility for 15 seconds. That's pretty good. That's a bit of defensive. 3% damage decrease. And also, oh, catches AoE and then freeze. Wait, could actually make something out of that? Rune of Power is available. Maybe a big Frostbolt Shatter off that? Big Frostbolt Shatter off that. What was that damage out of nowhere out of the Frost Mage? But AoE caught up on a lot of health very quickly. That is the plight of the Ferals, man. Just a lot of self-heals being a druid, being a hybrid in this kind of game. Is he... What Covenant are you? You're not... Are you Night Fae? I haven't seen him use any of his Covenant abilities. Watch him be like Venti or something, dude, for all we know. He hasn't used any of his Covenant abilities. But I guess it never felt like he had to use so far. Anyway, they're taking a bit of damage from Wim, but down he goes with that final bite. There's only so much you can do. Belly up next. Trying to put this Feral belly up. Thorns are up, but so Belly better be careful when those thorns go for big damage to AoE. And that's going to be AoE bailing out of there immediately. Big Frenzied Regen coming out as Belly charging at him as a Night Fae warrior. The big knockdown is out, and he actually did go for a lot of his bursts while defensive stance was still up. This is why I think you want to go into battle sense, because 20% more damage could have actually secured you possibly that one-shot kill. It looks like he has to get back into defensive stance. Needs a heal right now because those bleeds are just rotting him. And down he goes. This Feral right now, dude. This Feral is a tough nut to crack. Lamar is up next as an Enhancement Shaman. I'm gonna Feral open up on him. Is this Feral Kyrian? I'm starting to think maybe he's Kyrian. I thought I maybe saw a sippy cup just now. Lamar is not in a great spot right now. That's going to be lots of damage by AoE with Thorns as well. Trying to see if he can purge him, but his health is not really looking all that good already with just a couple of globals. Lamar is sitting about half his health. Big ascendants coming in. AoE is going to go for a wall. This is actually under a lot of pressure, even with a wall available. It's going to be a massive, massive reheal here with Friends of Regen. Those Wind Strikes are chasing after him with a Frost Shock, looking to slow him down. Lamar had a massive burst available with that Ascendance, but AoE survives it. Them cat instincts, man. Them survivability instincts are just coming online. And Lamar is taking big hits back to back. Does have the Maelstrom, does have the mana in order to get himself massive heals, and catches AoE for a second inside of a stun. While available for Lamar, but AoE is still just in a massive, massive advantage here. Actually gets the root of Lamar. Leaping right in, not getting the stun opener, but it's just so much pressure. The dots riding him down. Massive heal from Lamar. It looks like the Counter-Strike Totem is staying online for quite a while. AoE is not really killing the Counter-Strike Totem immediately. Looks like he maybe might have got an auto attack there, but he was not careful. He could actually do a lot of damage back to him. I don't know if Thorns can proc off of Counter-Strike Totem. Like if you hit the enemy and they have Thorns, does Counter-Strike Totem hit him back? Because that could be a lot of damage. And Lamar goes down, as AoE just doesn't really give him a moment to survive. Anaheim is up next, getting a stun onto Lamar. Big Hunt, does it take the kitty out? Barkskin is available for AoE. And it looks like Anaheim does have meta available. Unless it was just the Ibium? Looks like that was just the Ibium, so he does have a full Metamorphosis later. There goes the Metamorphosis. AoE, no more Barkskin available. Has Rejuve, but that's about it. He is carrying, actually. He is carrying and does go down to Anaheim. All you had to do is just massive, massive, ungodly, demonic damage. That's all you had to do, apparently. Too Fast is going to be up next. Darkness coming in for Anaheim, and looks like Too Fast is going to go for the blind. Looking for a bit of a reset while he has full cooldowns. Anaheim without a trinket could be most likely game over here unless Too Fast goes in too quickly. Now goes Shadow Strikes. Not even the cheap shot. Damn, that was a quick game. AoE just decimated. That was tough, man. I didn't even realize he's carrying there until the last second. I think being a blue neon kitty disguised his Kyrian shimmer that you get whenever you press the Kyrian buttons. But I thought I saw a sippy cup getting used. I was pretty sure I saw a sippy cup getting used at some point or another. Alright, let's just get another group up and running. I think that group with the cat might have to go again. I believe that was Kryz's group that needs to go again, because a lot of their guys didn't get a chance to play. Plus, it will also give us the opportunity to switch you guys so you guys are not playing against the same people all the time. Like, for example, if we throw Kryz versus Breezaz, we could throw Belly versus Alex. It would be good. For full mate? Yeah, I'm gonna get you guys in. I'm gonna get you guys in. I think it's 101. There we go. 101 EU on the grind, dude, with them duels. We'll throw Belly versus Alex, but for now, let's do Breezaz and Kryzer. Have Kryz's team go again, since, you know, most of the people didn't get a chance to play. Pharaoh just kind of stole the show. We already had a Pharaoh 1v5, boys. You guys don't have to do it. There's some people from the Druids saying, yeah, they are nutty. The Druids can recover so well. I think it's a good idea for Assassination. We'll be able to turn Vendetta into a personal buff instead of boosting your energy regen and make it dodge stick faster. It's up. That would be interesting, Ordercane. It would make it less of a single target and more of a personal buff that works with AoE too. That would be interesting, actually. I actually wouldn't be against that idea, because I always like classes that play off of dots. And Assassination has bleeds and poisons, but your dots, you don't really play anything off of dots. That might be overpowered though, Sword. That could be overpowered. How you doing, by the way? I hope you're having a good one, my man. I feel like that Vendetta though, marking the enemy, is iconic. Everyone left? Oh, really? Oh no. Kryzer, we're just gonna get you guys next. Why did everybody leave? Oh no. Most of them didn't even get a chance to play, man. What? Oh. I'm Necro, but how does Venti Rogue feel for you? I've been enjoying Venti Rogue from the beginning of the expansion, before the ability got buffed. Sword. So I've been liking it, man. Are you sitting out or Outlaw? I'm still sticking to Outlaw guns, dude. I'm a one-trick pony. I love me some Outlaw. But I might try Assassination here and there. It's fun. But I think I'll still main Outlaw. I've been enjoying Venti from the start. And now the ability slaps, I'm happy. So I guess I have a little bit of a different perspective, since a lot of rogues are playing like, what's the best Covenant? Switch. I kind of been playing Venti because I like it. Alright, we're gonna go Belly and Alex. Hopefully Kryz's team maybe fills up at some point. But we're gonna go Belly And Alex in here. And then Breeze Ass, hopefully we'll throw you at somebody. Maybe Crisis Team will be available by then. I don't know why everybody left. I was literally just going to queue him immediately after. Maybe they saw the Feral came in and were like, Feral's going to play all the games in the world. Lamar, how you doing, my man?
Hard time against Drew.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, enhancement Shaman, man. Yo, can we get a hashtag Lamar? Laid. It's like Lamar and Marmalade. Hashtag Lamar boys for the 3 bones. Yes, enhancement I feel like have a hard time with druids. Enhancement really good as a support class in a 3v3. Potentially good against classes where they could just kind of nuke them down without like so much control and so much self-heal and so many defensives. Are fairly stacked though for like survivability. You know what I mean? The survival instincts on those bad boys is turned up quite a bit. Those are conduits people run with now, especially as a Night Fate. Oh no, he's Kyrian too. I guess Kyrian Tippy Cup that's also pretty good too there. Both of those Faye and Kyrian have a pretty good survivability, I'd say. Yo, hashtag Lamar boys for the beautiful donut. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, my dude. Appreciate you, my guy. Switch. Belly gonna be first up on his team. On his team, we got ourselves. We got ourselves Lamar as enhancement. We got ourselves Trady as a Feral. We got ourselves Anaheim as a... I was gonna say unholy DK, but not really. Havoc Demon Hunter. Big stun coming out for Admiral and a Tyrant immediately with a Mortal Call into Belly. Why did he trinket? Reflect available, but he's just done. Oh my goodness. Good thing I swapped to the duel. Like I was trying to introduce everybody, like Wim, for example. How you doing, Wim? I was trying to introduce everybody on that team, and I almost missed Belly. What happened there? This is why I need to go early with introductions. Okay, who knows we got? We got Zelhair, here's a Rogue, Christina, Feral, Wolf, BM. We got us Try to Kite Me, Godlike. Quick introduction, so we can watch more of the duel. And looks like Wim is gonna catch himself in Invis. He is playing with a pet this time. You can see that he's playing with a pet. His pet is actually super far behind the pillar. Does try to go for a bit of a shadow combo onto Adva. Might want to pull his pet closer because his pet is not going to be able to reach Adva whatsoever. And he also does have Mirrors of Torment available. There goes the pet. Mirrors of Torment are up on Adva. After 3 casts, he's going to root himself and silence himself. Vile Fiend does get interrupted. Stun onto Wim. And looks like Adva survived the Mirrors of Torment long enough not to get silenced and interrupted. Taking a bit of damage from Wim though. All the time is available. Wim should be pretty safe for now. Safe to do damage to Adva. Does go for Warlock Hellstone as well as a Mortal. Wim should be safe, but does get hit with a fear. And there goes the... Oh! Adva with the moves. He went for a Drain Left on the pet. And then he went for a Gateway, I guess, as soon as he saw the Ray of Ice? Ice Ray? Ray of Frost? Is it Ice Ray or Ray of Frost? I don't see a lot of Frost mages ever. So I'd never remember. But he actually gated out of that one. Did he do it for the ability or did he just want to retreat? I was going to say he used it for the ability. Because I guess what else he could use it against a Frost Mage? Wim trying to build up some icicles behind the pillar. For Adva though, having that pet stun, he always has control. There goes some of those flurries. Ice Lances coming in. Adva taking a little bit of damage from it, but it tickles being a Warlock with so much health. Warlock as a caster is one of the tankier classes, one of the tankier casters. Against Wim, who's kind of squishy with a billion shields and a crazy amount of mobility. And a lot of slows, a ton of slows. Tyrant available. Wim is going to take a lot of damage from it. Mortal Call does go for the Ice Block. First Ice Block for Wim. Has a second one if he does go for the Cold Snap. I wonder for mages if it's better just to press Cold Snap and try to put it on cooldown. Or just hold on to Ice Block CD and maybe you'll be able to use it before the next Cold Snap. Like, do you just save it for emergency? Or like, which one of those do you want to put on CD before? And we're trying to avoid the Mirrors of Torment. Has Reflect available. I'm going to try to see if it cleared it off of him. Adwa does have interrupts if he needs to go for it. Does go for a stun onto him. That is going to lock him out in shadow. And there goes the Soul Rot setup while the mage is out in the open. Try to go for Nova. And that's going to be a big old port for Adwa out of that Nova before any of the shadow combos hit him. But the Frozen Orb in the back isn't going to touch him too much. Actually found himself a decent angle for it. Might have to run into it. Wim hits him with a root. Try to go for a fear. Try to stay aggressive with his CC. And there goes almost a Mirrors of Torment. I think Wim might be playing the non-Shimmer Blink. Potentially non-Shimmer Blink. Potentially normal Blink. Maybe he is Shimmer. Trinkets out of the Mortal Call. Try not to get put in a bad situation. Ring of Frost is up for those pets. Should be able to deal with them quite easily. And Advert, again, trying not to get hit by the Mirrors of Torment. Using whatever he can not to get a Mirrors of Torment set up for him. For him, it's going to be resources, as well as that nice root. There goes the Ray of Frost. Advert is getting some cast in there. Is going to go for Drain Life. Eventually, Mirrors of Torment is going to proc on him. And I think Mirrors of Torment does have internal DR now, doesn't it? I think it didn't used to. Fear on to Wim. Shadowbolt could be the proc. There goes the proc. But Wim is still CC'd for quite a bit. Is trying to make some shatters happen here. Wall is up for Advert. Expect a big proc damage for Wim. But he is going to hit him with a fear, at least to control him as best as possible. Big shatters onto Adva. Does have reflect available. Tyrant getting interrupted. Does Wim have enough damage here? Ice Ray coming in, or I mean Ice Nova comes in. Trying to see if he can line up a Blizzard onto Adva. Tyrant is available. Adva can port back, but he's actually not looking that good health-wise. Wim does go for a cold snap into an Ice Block. Adva trying to generate some soul shards from Shadowbolt. I don't believe so. If Shadowbolt generates soul shards from Ice Block, I think it's only Demon Bolt. If you have any Demon Bolts, hard casting Demon Bolt might not be the worst idea. Adva needs to catch up on health though. Wim does get a massive reset with that Ice Block, and Adva looks like he might be pushing in, trying to at least get some tags onto the pet. Big shatters coming in by Wim. Does get interrupted, I think, on Shadow. Yep, interrupted on Shadow. Still able to cast Demon Bolts. Big shatters available. Adva is actually under quite a bit of pressure. Is to get a Mortal Call onto Wim immediately to get himself a little bit of health. Walk it out of that Frozen Orb as fast as he can. Fear's trying to come in onto Wim. Actually taking a bit of damage. So that's going to be Drain Life. Let him recover a little bit of health. Just a little bit of health. Interrupting the Mirrors of Torment yet again. Out of all the spells to interrupt, you're just trying to make sure he does not get the Mirrors of Torment ever. Ray of Frost should do quite a bit. Does pull the pet away, actually. I think that's what he's trying to do with the pet. Is pull it away so he doesn't just get free Drain Lives from it. Wim and Adva just battling it out in the middle of the duel of the casters. Adva does reposition himself in a decent spot. Adva does not have any good defenses coming up anytime soon though. He does have a trinket, which I wonder what he could trinket. And I'm thinking in case he ever gets caught in the Mirrors of Torment, he might be in a decent spot. There goes the Mirrors, could be really bad. Wim trying to see if he can finish the game here. Tyrant coming out. If Adva could just live without Tyrant long enough, he could turn it around into Wim. Big damage on the Tyrant. Wim not looking that good. It looks like Adva survived it. Barely, but he did survive it with a hot taking him out. And just charges up, puts his hands out, and just clotheslines the boy. With a stunner to try to kite me right after, getting pretty aggressive with the Monk. It looks like the Monk is looking for a bit of a retreat. Lexup under Anaheim does not have a trinket anymore. I'm not really sure what he trinketed, but he does not have a trinket anymore. Anaheim does have to go for a massive ability. Zuen is chasing after him. Not in a great spot. The Darkness does get... not proc, the Darkness does get used. And Adam trying to see if he can recover a little bit of health while in demon form. Does play the Leech Blade style, short stun on to try to kite me. Actually, it might have been a full stun, actually. Yeah, it was actually maybe a full stun. Touching death, but didn't even try to do any other damage aside. You know what? He is low enough. Let's just get the touch of death. Let's get it over with. Let's not give the Demon Hunter a chance to recover. And Lamar is going to be up next as an Enhancement Shaman versus try to kite me. I think it's going to be kind of a rough matchup. Ferals are pretty rough for Enhancement Shaman, but I think a Monk is basically like a Feral, just on another level. Less bleeds, more punchy damage. Just more bursty damage. Karma for Lamar is going to tuck his tail and Ghost Wolves and try to see if he can outrun him. Try just got way too much mobility. Does he land the Hex? Hex get interrupted. Lots of damage to Lamar in a single Karma. Try to turn it around. Lamar can Hex him, or he can try, but it's going to get interrupted. Most likely. He can't go anywhere since Fist of Fury is just slowing him down in place. He can't hit him because the Karma is there. And tries to just put a pop on every one of his cooldowns and just go completely ham. Trade is going to be up next, getting hit with an incap while he's trying to make this Kyrian big burst happen here. Try under a lot of pressure with his bleeds. Dampen harm is up, but how much harm can it really dampen? Because a lot of the damage from Trade are going to be small hits and bleeds. I think those go through dampen harm. Shrinking for Trade, try not to get sit in CC for too long. Trying to end the deal right here. Thorns is up and try to see if he can survive it somehow. He's just in a corner. Nothing else he can really do. He went as far as he could, and Christina is going to be able to get an opener onto Trady, who's in Den of Wolves. Needs to figure out a way out of there with Christina putting pressure early on him. He might be able to actually make a return. He is only at 22% dampening. So it's going to be quite rough. He also does have a Kyrian Sippy Cup, which looks like he just used, so Christina is going to have to reapply those bleeds, but Christina has plenty of energy to do so. Maim and Convoke, there's no way you survive it. That was a rough one, dudes. That was a rough one. Advo, I don't even know how he survived Wim there. I don't even know what he did to Belly, the warrior. That's just a lot of damage. Monks in a nutshell, honestly, dude, they are rough. They are rough. Not saying anything bad about monks, but you guys are rough to play against sometimes, man. Definitely rough to play against sometimes. Alright, boys, let's get another one up and running, yeah? Dalaran Duel 5V5 1V1 Horde site. Let's go. Boys, if you need more Hordes, Dalaran 5V5. Chrysler 30 seconds, Chrysler. Hopefully we'll have a 5 minute when we have you versus Breezaz. What's it be net? Dalaran hashtag 1340. I'm gonna post it here. Wait. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully the stream quality is good enough for you guys to see it. Dalaran hashtag 1340. Love the streams. What's up, Alex? Howdy, what's up, Isaiah? Wave, how's it going, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Butcher was on. You good, fam. You good. Ray of Frost. It is a Ray of Frost. Okay. Love the streams. Glad you do, man. Bugs, dude, are tough. I feel like from Outlaws, monks are not the worst. I would say it's the arms warrior. Ready? Perfect. We got us as Chrysler and Breezaz back in there, man. And Chrysler. Hope the Chrysler team sticks around because we can send Chrysler at maybe Alex. I think. Oh, wait, Chrysler and Alex didn't fight each other, did they? So we could throw them against one another. Hope you're having a good one. Yo, Aberg. Hope you're having a good one, my man. Chrysler from Mob, you could do it. You could do it, babe, bro. Empower the fuck. Yo, let's go, dude. Let's go. Yeah, Chrysler. I don't know from Mob, but I remember Chrysler was. Did we do duels in Mob? I think it was in WoW and Legion, wasn't it? Did we do this in Mob? It's been a while. Did we start doing these duels back then? I don't know if we did. Did we? I know we did a lot of them in WoD. It got to the point where we were literally doing it every day as a duels day until I just was like, I gotta stop. Yeah, man, monks with no cooldowns, you don't expect to die. But arms with no cooldowns, can be wearable, drop dead still. Yeah, especially if they're the Venthyr kind, the condemn kind. They'll just hit condemn until it crits and then that's it. They got a kill setup. It is insanely good. It is nutty. But even the Kyrian ones are scary too. I'm not gonna lie. So Twitch. We got ourselves a team 1 together with Vibing, just vibing in the arena. We got Giga Pepega in here with Stud Muffin. We got Insufferable and Archie. It looks like Vibing getting him with a Stormbolt immediately. By, what's his name? I don't even understand how to read that. It's a dwarf. I didn't even realize. Oh, he's wearing like the banana suit. Oh my goodness. I don't understand how to read his name. But the dwarf, we'll call him the dwarf. Vibing, trying to deal with the dwarf. Stormbolt, the tricky coming out. Does Vibing have any more defenses? Does throw the dwarf on a ice. And looks like the dwarf has went through every single defensive and offensive by now. It's anyone's game at this point. Does the dwarf overpower Vibing with just raw damage? Or can the hunter's guile, traps, and survival instincts outlive him? It looks like the dwarf does go down. I couldn't even figure out what kind of a nickname to give him. Looks like LOL is going to be up next. His name is literally LOL. LOL. The rogue went in with the shadow strikes. No shadow blades, saving those for later. On that team, we got ourselves Easy, LOL, Lex, and Chrysler. Well, Easy is actually Easy Faza. Easy Faza is the name, but we'll call him Easy. IZI. But it's just would be kind of troll. Like, of course, they would have a team of 2 rogues, one named Easy, one named LOL. Easy LOL. Everybody thinks rogues are just mean SOBs, just trolling people. Easy LOL. That would be a perfect name for a rogue. One of those undead rogues back in Classic or TBC. The gang Slobies. That always laughs at people and eats the corpse after. Big damage from LOL onto Archeorg though. And looks like Archie is going to try to see if he can just do some surprising damage back to LOL as he dives back into stealth with Vanish. Actually getting aggressive with Archie. It looks like Arhi is going to hit him with a couple of Fire Blasts, Pyro Blasts, trying to not let this rogue catch a re-stealth at all. That's going to be Shadowy Duel. All for LOL is going to be able to basically get himself a free Shadow Dance out of that Shadowy Duel. But it looks like he didn't really have too much damage to follow up after. Ring of Frost trying to force the rogue out in the open. If Arhi can somehow just keep this rogue without re-stealth, it looks like he does burn his Shadow Dance. Meteor coming down for him is going to have defenses available here. I think a Warlock Household has been used to survive the Meteor. Trinket out of the breath. Does he get the interrupt on the Poly? Arhi trying to go for shifting power. Looks like the rogue has not trinketed or has not interrupted anything just yet. And Arhi needs to keep the pressure on the rogue. He's so close to being low. Give himself a bit of a sippy cup. Try to see if he can invest to the rogue. Does hit him with a Nova. LOL. If he has a crit setup, he's not going to be able to do much of it. With the Ring of Frost around Arhi, LOL, she's probably going to be able to catch himself a reset. Sapped him while he is inside of Ring of Frost. Is going to be able to cheap shot him. Blinks out of it immediately. Shadow Step for the rogue. Breath does prevent the rogue from doing any further harm. For at least a moment. Shields a backup for Arhi. LOL, how are you surviving? Blind onto Arhi. He had a blind in the back pocket for so long. This whole time. Sapping Arhi out in the open. Man, this could be anyone's game at this point. LOL does have defenses coming back very, very soon. Only 13 seconds until the Cloak of Shadows. He could literally wait out most of his sap. He knows that Arhi is playing normal blink. He's trying to avoid him ahead of time in case he goes for Arcane Explosion. Is going to interrupt him before he can get any food though. Cheap shots him, expecting that blink immediately. Does go for a Shadow Meld as soon as he can. He's really just playing with Arhi's head at this point. Not going to go for that sap. Most likely DR potentially. Arhi could go for some food. Looks like he's going to try to see if he might be able to push up on the rogue. Maybe get him out of stealth. LOL, does he go for a setup here? He's going to get that sap. He's in control. Trinket for Arhi. He doesn't need to worry about stunts. He can always blink out of them. That makes sense. Try to go for a G-Pie onto the rogue. Trinkets out of this one. Going to be big damage out of LOL. With the Cloak of Shadows available. Does have ult time before the rogue sets up any big damage. And Arhi does survive the big onslaught. But the second one just going to be rough. It looks like Stub Muffin going to get on top of LOL before he can kill the Seed Pod. And he realized his mistake. And he reset. He realized his mistake. Oh no. Well, at least he realized what happened. Sometimes that happens, man. Stud Muffin was just so excited. As soon as the rogue was out, he wanted to make sure he doesn't catch a re-stealth before he realizes if there's a pod there or not. And hopefully LOL understands, dude. Sometimes that kind of stuff happens. Glad we didn't have any issue, but I'm pretty sure even if that, you know, even if he couldn't kill the pod, I'm pretty sure Archeorc would have been like, okay, well, I was supposed to be dead there. If that rogue didn't come in, taking him out, I was supposed to be dead. LOL does hold on to Trinket, but Stub Muffin chose to Trinket blind. LOL is open. I'm playing that assassination versus a sub-rogue. We will see how well it works out for Assass. Can a shot into LOL with a Vendetta immediately. Trinket blind, but LOL is going to deny a lot of the damage out of Stud Muffin and is going to be able to get the opener himself. With a 100% crit, Stud Muffin not having a way out unless he maybe has a Trinket or something. Actually, I don't even know if a Trinket will help him at this point. Because we don't have Safeguard Trinkets anymore like we did back in the day. Kidney shot, and Lodge is going to go for big damage right now. Massive, massive damage onto Stud Muffin, just blasting him. Just nothing you could do. Unless you have Relent, I think that's the only way you even stop it, but even that's a full kidney shot too. So even though that kidney shot was delayed by Relent, I feel like it still would have been rough. It looks like LOL is playing the Venthyr Covenant. Is that what happened there? I think you did. So what is that? Mark for that kidney shot into Flagellation, and I guess you go for the Damies? Is that how you do it? I guess so. Going to be unstoppable, trying to see if he might be able to take down the Rogue. Here goes the shield as well as the Necrolord shield together with a stun onto LOL. Does he have the setup? Big lava burst coming in. Kidney shot comes out for the Rogue. Has fireworks rolling, but does he have the damage? Has at least a couple Shadow Strikes and eviscerates from the Shadow Dance into a Vanish right after him. Unstoppable didn't really take too much of a beating. LOL should be able to recover quite a lot of health though. Unstoppable being proactive with the eye. That is always a gamble when you're trying to go for the eye. Also, couldn't you get your fire pet to attack Unstoppable? Because you see him and the pet should be able to see him too. Like, I think you have to dismount. But I think the pet will actually get into combat with LOL and get him out of stealth. Won't he? Or am I wrong about that? Because you should have the full pet bar to control it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the pet can't hear the commands if you're a sap. We'll find out. But Insufferable does not have another eye to deal with, so lol. He actually just needed to live long enough for the eyes to fall off, and he might be able to get back in there with Shadow Blades available and everything. Let's see how much damage he has. Kidney Shot coming out. This is going to go for a big setup. Insufferable going to take a lot of damage from this rogue. Back to back, does have a wall available here. And Lol just trying to maximize the damage here. Insufferable does summon up a first elemental for an extra defensive in case he needs one. Trying to make those lava bursts happen until light lasts until the rogue has a trinket if he needs to. Has Cloak of Shadows if things ever get dire. And there goes a Primordial Bolt. Could go for a Cloak of Shadows out of this one. Lava burst could be huge right here. Shot him as a lava burst. I think that actually cancels out the full setup of Primordial with that. He just shot him onto the lava burst. Cancel out Primordial, not taking damage from lava burst at all. Basically saving a cloak until a rainy day. Basically. Oh no. That could be really bad for Insufferable. He's still holding on to the Earth Elemental. That guy should be with him for like a minute. So if the rogue could just survive for a minute before the Earth Elemental really becomes an issue. Can he get the Elemental too? Oh, there he goes. There he goes. I knew you could control the Elemental. That's got to be... He has to go in now. That 100% crit is gone since the Fire Earth Elemental decided to beat him with his big old rock hands. Does go for a stun onto Insufferable. Will not be able to utilize the Earth Elemental wall, however. Which is going to be bad for Insufferable as he needs everything he can in order to fight this rogue. Rogue still holding on to Cloak of Shadows. Vanish available if he needs to. Insufferable just needs to get himself a big lava burst. Lol has himself the kites free. Just using this small corner of the pillar of the tombstone to deal with him. Light and lasso onto the rogue. And Insufferable can't really go super far. Crippling Poison is slowing him down. Going to be a burst for the rogue. That's going to be a trinket for Insufferable with that wall. Expecting big damage out of Lol, but looks like the Shadow Strikes are flying. Trying to get a healing surge in, and Lol does take him out. And the last one is going to be the monk, Giga Pepega. Versus a guy named Lol. He is our champion. He is our savior against these rogues. Against all these rogues. The criminal. The scum of Azra. He is the man that we gotta entrust our future with. Gonna be a sap by Lol. Actually, his name is like Lolelt. I don't know if it's actually Lol like LOL, but that was a nickname we're giving him because LOLELT. Don't know what that means. Getting shot immediately triggered by Giga Pepega into a cheap shot by Lol. He is an orc, so he's not gonna sit in stuns long at all. Shadow Step in as he try to get a roll in. That's gonna be a vanish for Lol. So Giga will not have a trinket anymore. That could be really bad for him. But also, he doesn't have to worry about stuns as much because Lol has to have a kidney shot in order to get the CC chain rolling. Since Giga is an orc. So unless you have a proper kidney shot, it's gonna be kind of rough. And the eyes are available. If Giga maybe dragon kicks to the eyes. No, Lol's already camping him. Mark for Death is ready and available. He wants to go for the kidney shot. Giga knew what was going to happen. This is going to get the Venthyr set up. Big damage, and that's going to be done and done for Giga. Just like that. Wow. Lol did a lot of damage there. Fair to say he did a ton of damage. The warrior's called Wrathful Wig. Wig is in like, that goes in your head? Wrathful, huh? Guess we'll call him Wrathful next time, yeah? Alright, boys, let's get another one up and running. Rika. I got a group already. We're hungry, ready to go. Put us in, coach. Alright. Bug Rika. We can get you guys in there. Whose team was it? It was the Crysis team that had all those Russians? I think we got to get those Russians back in there, man. Crysis, let me know if your group is still ready. Or if they disbanded. Let me know, my guy. Let me know. Night Fae or my rogue right now debating that swap. You can do it if you want to, man. Ventyr's looking pretty cool. I've been Venthyr from the get-go. Dalaran Horde, 2 spots left. Alright, 1 touch, man. Alright, my dude. Sounds good. Crysis ready? Let's get Crysis versus Bug Rika since I have a new group. Let me get Breezaz versus Alex or Belly because they're ready as well. We haven't even seen Crysis play at all. I want to give him a chance. Give his team a chance. Bug Rika, and Crysis. Rika, you might need to be online on reality, otherwise I can't kill you. So if it's just good for getting resets, yeah, stay soul shape if you want it, man. I feel like it's just a new meme Rogue's going Ventier because it does a lot of damage. But you also do have Night Fae. So I feel like the way I look at it, Night Fae and Kirin have proven themselves already in PvP for rogues. So do you want to play something untested that could potentially be good? Or would you rather stick to what's been proven to be good? I'm Venti because I like Venti from the get-go. I like the ability, I like the teleport, I like the soul binds. For me, it works. So for me, it's just more damn. But for a lot of you guys, that's, you know, you have your preferences too. Everybody has preferences. The aesthetic, yeah, the mics are pretty cool. Oh, I can show you on here. Can I? No, I don't think I can. Yo, I can. Yeah, I can. I can show a part of it. Boys. I got these. Out of my mirror today. I'm doing this mirror thing. And I got these, boys. I also get a mount. I didn't realize you can get a mount from them. But yeah. We got white daggers. So we have the crimson mantle of the Forge Master. We got the mantle of burnished blade. So like the ivory. Like a white hilt, reddish. Like, I would say ivory. I feel like that's like the best color that can like describe it as. And like this steel. Like steel type of like color. Like this would be like the... Which one of those do I have? I think I have this one normally on my rogue. This would be like the dark. I guess this would be like what? Steel or ivory? I want to... Every time I call it ivory. But I got these. So I also have the shoulders, chest, pants, boots. I just need the gloves and belt, and we have a new mug. And I need to get a dagger. Okay, this is a dagger I can get here. I also need to get this. I don't know where you can get it from. I think it's also the mirror network. But these. Imagine having one of these in my offhand. Basically like one of these, but in my offhand. And I have a sword. These. It fits that mog so well. Has like same color scheme to it. It's so good. I'm gonna look so damn good. Alright, Bagrika, Kreiser, we're trying again. Got it, we're in. How much enemies do you have in your main? How much enemies? Anime? Abine? Anima power. Not a lot. I had enough to get the rank 3 mirror travel network. Which is 10k, and then whatever you need for like rank 2 and rank 1. Those look pretty clean. They look good, dude. With a mog, and I'm gonna get myself one of those masks too. It's gonna look so great. It looks really good on Nightborn. It looks really good on Nightborn rogues. I'm a huge fan of that mog. Huge fan of that recolor. I'm pretty sure I saved that one. Another donut. Yo, Anaheim!
Hi, I have a lot of fun playing in your duels winking base. Hunt the warlock.
Hunt the warlocks, dude. TY, have a lot of fun playing your duels. Yo, can we get a hashtag Anaheim for the beautiful dono? My man, 250. Appreciate it so much, man. Glad you enjoyed it, man. Always happy to have you here, dude. That hunt is so cheese, dude. Just a warlock super low. Hunt them down. Just blasted him. Clothesline the guy. And you actually have really good damage on the monk, too. The bad demon hunters have weird survivability. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 with Kreiser on his team of Russians. We got ourselves Easy, well, short name Easy. We got Lex. We got ourselves a Wrathful. Somebody explained me in Russian. We got ourselves Lolent versus team 2. We got ourselves Treti. We got ourselves Ipsa Dodge. We got ourselves Bug Rika going to be first up versus Kreiser's Demonology. On that team, we also got ourselves 2 Fast and Arky. A lot of you guys just came on ults, man. Even Ipa went on a different ult too altogether. Gonna be a big gateways for Kreiser. Granted a big mobility, but looks like Bagrika actually has him rooted down for a second. Does get wall rolling, trying to land a fear onto the monk, trying to get him off his back. And is gonna try to get aggressive here with a tyrant. Bagrika not going anywhere from the tyrant. Short stun onto the monk. Kreiser not looking all the good. Does give himself a little bit extra health. Fear onto Bagrika, and looks like the tyrant is trying to figure out who to attack. It looks like he just wants to attack the images. Kreiser in a really bad spot. Touch of death. He's just a touch of death away from just being gone. And looks like Bagrika does hit him with a good touch and ports out of there. How'd you get a port set up this fast already? I can set up a port behind this pillar from the get-go. Man, that was just a lot of pressure. Especially when you're locked down behind the pillar. I get the whole tyrant play. But when you're just so low, it's just... That's a rough one, man. What is a Demonology Warlock do in that case? I feel like if it were Destruction, the answer is easy. Burn them all. But as a Destro, I feel like it's so much harder. Bagrika does get his AoE stun when he drops low enough in health. procced early, and not looking all that good. No karma available. Lex up on the Lex, trying to go for Vivifies with a big sippy cup. That's going to be his wall used as well. Breath by Lex. It looks like he was able to pyro without breaking his CC. Trying to see if he can get a G-Pie into Bugrika. Does he stop it? Looks like he can't. Oh, karma at the last second. Actually got a karma. And that's a good karma too, so he's going to be able to get a lot of healing. That is insane. That is insane. Lex getting hit with a using a breath on the Bugrika. By the way, I fixed my mic. Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad, by the way, boys. I fiddled with my mic. Hopefully it doesn't sound too weird. And Lex tried to see if he could cook up another G-Pie. Bug trying to get out of there. Does land the in cap in between a burst and does avoid majority of that meteor. And it looks like he's just right back in there. Just had to go for a bit of a reset versus Lex and get right back in. Is Lex playing Shimmer or is he playing normal Blink? It's hard to tell. Does have ultra time available ahead of Bugrika's burst. Should be pretty safe. Bugrika does get the stun as he drops low. What is that stun? That is so good offensively. So that is a carrying stun if you go for the Mechanicos, the Swolkin, Soulbind. When you drop, I think, below 40% health, you resonate in AoE stun with like a 45-second cooldown or something. So if you are getting low and you're getting trained by others, or like in a duel, you're attacking Lex and Lex is attacking you, and you don't have a stun, when you drop low, you'll stun Lex for like 3 seconds. Which could be deadly. It could be deadly if you're going aggressive or playing defensive. But it's just kind of awesome. Not a lot of people have been playing it, at least in the duels. So it's really the first time we're seeing a lot of it. Bugrika played it last week, but I've never seen it used aggressively offensive like that before. It actually seems really good. Bug does have himself a port, but Lex has mobility blink, and then Karma is getting used. No ice block to prevent that Karma, so Bug is going to get a lot of self healing if Lex continues to get offensive, aggressive damage rolling. Incaps him from the distance and actually trinkets out of it. Just wants to stay aggressive as best as he can, even going as far as to trinket. Lex does come out. Lex blinking in. So it looks like he's playing normal Blink. Looks like he is playing normal Blink. Letting a poly into Bug. It probably has another G-Pie ready up. With images available, Lex is actually in such a good spot. Image, at least one of them is there to prevent a portion of the damage that Bug does to him. Does burn to dampen harm, to dampen some of the damage Lex has for him. And Lex is looking pretty good so far. Look at his health. Look at Bugrika's health. Look at his health. And Bug is going to do what he can as a monk, which is create some control in this fight. Controlling the environment, controlling the narrative, and trying to survive until he can go for another hit and run strat. It looks like Legs got the upper hand with that poly, most likely cooking up a G-Pie. Actually, it looks like he wasn't really able to get one fast enough. Trying to go for G-Pie. I don't think he's going to be able to get one. Bug actually chooses to trinket it in the end. I don't know if he necessarily had to trinket, but the choice has been made. It is going to have the Brawn getting summoned up. So Brawn, what he does, he has a knockback, like a slight knock up on enemies. He also keeps casting heals at allies and damage to nearby enemies. So Brawn is going to try to see if he can assist any way he can. Here's a weird one. There goes his knock up, which Lex was able to avoid completely. I guess it has maybe like a channel to it. And that's going to do big damage onto Bug. Tried to go for a stun around Lex. Looks like it didn't happen. Or at least he was too far out from the stun. That's going to be Lex with the all-to time sitting safe. Knowing that he has put himself in a good time, in a different timeline, he's just fine. And then he goes coming back to the good timeline where he's A-OK. Gets a freeze onto a Bug. Even freeze onto Zawin with a G-Pie cooked up. Could be big damage for him. Massive setup. Lex even has combustion. No karma for Bugrika. Pyroblast in midair. Bugrika gets super low, but the Vivify is keeping him alive. Staying alive through this duel. Lex goes for a trinket. He's just salivating at his mouth, looking to take down this monk. It's just so close. Just out of reach, just in arm's reach. Even one of his images is helping him with frostbolts, trying to slow Bugrika down so he might be able to connect with him again. And Bugrika has been survivalist here. Just a Live Lord McGee of the third dynasty of the greatest generation ever. Breath by Lex, does he go for a setup? He wants to keep Bugrika's health low. That's why he doesn't hit him with a polymorph. Hits him with a Ring of Frost. It's like, please stay alone, hell, so I can just burn you down. It is a good G-Pie. Bug does charge in with an in-cap, aggressively setting it up onto Lex, trying to keep him from not moving too far with a Fist of Fury. Looks like he is still going to be able to get that polymorph off. Bug recovered all of that health, so what can you really do? Greater Pyroblast cooking up, potentially a Meteor Bug is going to take a bit of that damage. Does have a Karma available. The stun went out as he got low, but was nowhere near Lex. And actually interrupts him on fire. The alter time is already set up though, and Lex is in a great position, landing even an interrupt onto Bug Rika. The Lexip comes in. The Monk is trying to do what he can here. Images are up. Does go for a pre-dampen harm. Trinkets out of the breath, but the Nova comes out. Does he have any ways out of the Nova? He does not. And the Ring of Frost is going to catch him. No trinket available. Shift and power out for Lex. Doesn't he want to go for G-Pie? Looks like he might still be able to get a G-Pie off. Does Bug have mobility to get out of there? He does. With a snap of his fingers, just teleports behind the pillar. Like Houdini, he disappears. And Lex is the one that's a magician in this group. Big combustion is up. It looks like the Monk has ran out of resources there. Treddy is going to be up next as a Feral Druid versus Lex, as he still has combustion roller for a little bit longer. Does establish an alter time, so he does have a health bar to go back to him. That's going to be Treddy just trying to see if he can just rampage on top of Lex. Not gonna sit that Ring of Frost. It looks like he didn't have to shrink it out of it, but he was able to avoid it. It looked like, I guess, the breath broke. Lex trying to go for a quick invis, maybe a bit of food. JD charging in. It looks like he was able to avoid the Ring of Frost. He just like leapt over it. I guess it has a really hard time with Z axis. There's even moments as Outlaw Rogue where I can actually jump over the Ring of Frost with grapple hook. Like if I jump and grapple at the same time, I usually can make right over it. It doesn't really take that hard. It's not even that difficult either. But Chet looks like he's gonna back up. Lex is just kind of, I was gonna say Lex is on his last foot here, but he is actually looking pretty clean. Look at his defense. We have Ice Block, we have Cauterize, we actually have a lot. So Lex might be sitting pretty here. If he can even catch up on health with Mage Food, it might be an incredibly good spot, as he has actually a lot of CC to press Tretty, and also survivability with those triple shields as being a Fire Mage and all. And does even have good mobility too, so multiple blinks to get himself out of stuns, and also being able to soul shape out away from the Feral, which that's one of the advantages of being a Feral, is that crazy good mobility. Big bite around the corner though, does put Lex kind of low. Wait, are you not playing the what legend are you playing? Are you not playing triple shield Lego? Wait, is Lex not playing the triple shield Lego? What is Lex playing then? Big combustion coming in for Lex, trying to make a bunch of damage happen here. Trying to attack Tails and run. And Lex is trying to see if it can combust him down. Looks like the Feral does create some line of sight enough to survive. Bark Skin was even used just to make sure he's okay. Breath by Lex is just trying to cut the Feral. There goes the triple shield. Okay, so he does have triple shield. I was going to save for a second all the time, but he used it at super low health. Lex, while he's away from Feral, does get to recover a little bit of cooldowns. Hitting Treddy with a breath. That's going to be a trinket. And that's going to be potentially cauterized out of Lex. Shield still holding on strong for now. Try to hit him with the Ring of Frost. Does get him. He actually does connect. G-Pie could be really good if he has a Meteor to follow. He does have a Meteor. Do those both connect? G-Pie failed. No, the wall of water created line of sight enough for Treddy to survive. That could have been such a good setup for Lex. That's so unfortunate. That is that immense unfortunate here, boys. Oh my goodness, Treddy survived it, but for Lex, that was the setup he needed. Because the game is only going to go into higher dampen. It's going to be rough. What's up, Banana? How you doing, my man? We're having a good one. Lex at no health at all. Cauterized. No Ice Block to hold him off. Does have a bit of shields. Alter time while he was dropping down low. Trying to go for food. Did he cancel alter? He didn't. Okay. In case the Feral is going to attack him. Alter time does get used as he's almost dead. Does he get any kind of reset? Ring of Frost against Trading. Nope. He doesn't even run into it. Shift and power. Might be able to get those shields back up. He's on a time clock, dude. He's on borrowed time. He used alter time so many times. He borrowed so much of his time. That's way too much borrowed time. Another stun by the Feral. Does have a trinket for it. Breath. Meteor coming down. Combustion. Last all in. Big bites out of Treddy though. And down it goes. Treddy just had survivability. Popped the wall just to make sure he could survive the fire and flames here. And should be able to take down Lex. Law walked up. Realized what happened with the mage. Giving Treddy at least a little bit of a reset. Look, he came out of stealth. He's like, hey, you're versing against me. I'm not opening it just yet. So I do like the fact that Lord is giving kind of an honor duel. Is going to go for the kiddish shot onto Treddy, trying to make the big debut happen. Treddy is sitting in that bear form, preventing a lot of the rogue's damage. Barkson coming up. Low trying to go for a Shadow Meld. Does get a Shadow Strike off of Treddy. Shadow step behind him before he can go for a setup. And looks like it is going to be Lex or Arhi work after him. Oh no. Arhi tried to make sure this rogue does not catch a reset. Did those two duel each other? I think they should try to duel each other before. I think it was Arhi versus Low last time. And Arhi tried to see if you could freeze the rogue in place. Does the rogue catch a restealth just now? He does catch a restealth. The Shadow Meld has been used. Vanish has been used. Has Cloak of Shadows. And hold on to Shadow Blades for now. Man, I guess the Feral, he just had so much damage. That restealth with the Shadow Meld and the 100% crit. Like, he just had a couple more Shadow Strikes there ready to go. Just nice setup for this rogue, man. Are he gonna hit with a sap? We are at the 12-minute mark. We are looking at a 43% dampening here, boys. And LOL landing an opener onto Arhi. Cloak of Shadows being used by LOL, just going all in. Arhi does have a cheeky setup with the ult time. LOL try to see if he can catch himself some line of sight. Does not get the proper line of sight. It's really difficult with that ram, though. Not gonna lie. Oh, Flame Strike. I feel like that ignored Z-axis completely. I feel like LOL should have been tagged by that. Because it literally was above his head. I feel like his hair should have been singed. But apparently not. Ice blocked by Arhi. And that's going to be trinket from the breath by LOL. Both of these two are just going at it with each other. LOL does not really have a lot to deal with here. Or a lot of defenses to work with. He does have Smoke Bomb at best. And Arhi is going to be able to get an opener onto LOL. With a freeze, Blank comes in. That's going to be Arhi with full combustion. LOL had nothing there. I think he was really just trying to play super aggressively. Maybe even give a chance for someone else in his team to go. Like Easy or Wrathful. Apparently his name is Wrathful in the chat. Who is in the chat that said it? His name is Wrathful. Can I find him? Which one of you guys said his name is Wrathful? I believe you. I just don't know who said it. I want to give you credit. It's going to be a stun onto Arhi Orc. Big condemns coming out for Wrathful. Oh no. Arhi Orc does have Cauterize used there. Door of Shadows getting used by the warrior. Needs a couple more condemn trinkets out of the breath. One condemn, second condemn. What is that Ring of Frost? It actually went on the boxes. That's super unfortunate. Big Mac. Big Mac said it? Well, thank you so much, Big Mac. Wrathful just condemns him down. Oh my goodness. I love that condemn animation. It's the same as Obliterate animation and Last Verdict, I believe, the Lego for Paladins. It is so good. Let's see, it's going to be Wrathful versus Ipa. And Ipa trying to see if he can give him a bit of an honor duel. Reflect available for the warrior really early. Is Ipa still walking? Are they still roleplay walking? Hopefully not. Stunned by the warrior, immediate trinket by Ipa. I'm going to call him Ipa. I know it's not, it's like Iapa. We call him Ipa. Ipa's dodge. Or dodge. But I would feel like the name Dodge, I would be like, Dodge just dodged. What? Dodge to dodge out of Dodge dot. What? What are you talking about, Dal? Makes no sense. Big Hunt coming in. Oh, was that a reflected Hunt actually? Was it? I think it might have reflected the Hunt back at Ipa. Can you do that? Is that a thing? Stormbolt into Ipa, trying to make those big condemns happen. Just chopping up Demon Hunters. Like a lumberjack. This man's ready to go. Too Fast is going to be up next. And it's going to hit him with a Fury immediately as images come up. Reflect available. I don't really know what you can reflect from a Monk. I don't think you can reflect a Karma. Avatar available for Wrathful with a big old Blade Storm. Too Fast is going to pop defenses here. Karma as well as Dampen Harmon. The Wrathful just taking too much damage from that Karma. Not much you can really do about it. Easy going to be up next. Or Easy Faza. We'll call him Easy for short. Damn. It's a French name translated if he didn't have dodge. Il pass dodge. He didn't have dodge. Oh, so he is actually dodge. Big Shadow Strikes out of Easy. Oh my god, my man's. He barely got to play, but Easy got himself a pretty big hit there. Oh my goodness. Was that reflected? Did the warrior reflect the Hunt back at the guy? It looked like he did, because I was hoping the warrior's help would like move. But I think I saw them. I wanted to go back and look. But that was an interesting one. Alright, boys, let's get another one up and running, yeah? Bugriga gets to play. Alex and Breezaz. Did you guys get to play each other? Oh, wait, didn't Alex and... Yeah, Alex and Breezaz get to play each other because Christina tore through a team. Alex is ready, so it was a Belly. I guess we go Belly and Breezaz, right? B and B. Belly and Breezaz. Those two haven't got to play each other yet, I don't think. I know Alex, yeah, we played each other, so I'll need to Q versus Bugrico or something. I think it's what I'll have to do. Alrighty. First one, yeah. MPRIZS and Belisarius. Literally, Belly, you guys have some interesting names, and sometimes, like Breezaz, I just actually have to spell it out. With Belly, I actually can. BLISSARRIUS. You know what I literally think of? I think of Miley Cyrus. But for some reason, your name is easier to spell when I say the word in my head, Miley Cyrus. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I think 905 impacted one he wants. I feel like we'll know more tomorrow as more people try different covenants and such. I don't think from tonight's games we had really enough of an impact where we're seeing a crazy amount of covenants. But we are seeing more people trying covenants that are not really often played. But we've seen Beastmaster Hunter own it up. Rogues with Ventir own it up. We need to do more than just 1 week, Chris. Or Zistov Dabek. I probably messed it up. My man. I call it Chris for short. How does that sound, Chris? Yeah, I feel like we need to do duels tomorrow and then duels next week. Once the meta is settled, once people figure out like different builds. And then we'll really see massive impacts to the 1v1s. 1 out of 5 whole group up. Let's go, boys. Let's get Belly and Belly Breezaz. Did I misspell one of you guys' names? IZAS. Belly and Breezaz. You guys gotta be online. Unreal ID. I'll give you guys like Chris is fine. Chris, okay, that'll work. Make sure you guys are online in Real ID and we'll be good to go. You like an arena? You like everybody? I don't know if Belly's around then. I want to misspell his name really badly. Oh, I did. I'm missing an S. Wait, no. No, there's an extra I-L. Hold on. You know how I said like I know how to spell Belly's name? Apparently I don't. I had it misspelled like 8 times now. I want to try Necrolord Feral. That could be really good, Banana. Because the damage increase with a Necrolord actually is looking quite good. I think it actually could be really good. The dots are looking nutty. When Alliance again, somebody has to put up a group of Alliance. But there's always group up. Some of them horde, some of them Alliance. Kind of gotta just look. His mustache looks like a British barber mustache. I was just kind of trying to go for a curl. I guess today is looking more like a... Let's see what you mean. Has more of like a curtain to it, I guess, today. I usually just try to get like a handlebar look. Ish. Any Afflex in here? Need the talent to help people through the all build. We have a lot of people that play a variety of different classes in our community. You can always ask. Like Kreiser, he's usually plays Destro for the duels, but I believe he's a good Warlock overall. I'm pretty sure he would know. I'm pretty sure those guys wouldn't mind a question or two from time to time. You guys are most welcome to join the Discord community. Most of those guys usually have a tag to them. Alright, boys. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 with Hip. We got ourselves on that team Rob. We got ourselves Vibing. Chopper. And Insufferable. It looks like Hip is going to be going up versus Anheim in the opener, huh? Anheim is trying to see if he can avoid him. Does slide in around the guy. Trinkets out of the Stormbolt with a trinket back. Massive condemns by the Warrior. What was that condemn? Half your health was just gone in a single global. And he's still under a lot of pressure. Anheim trying to go for a massive hunt. Parry up for a Hip. And Anheim flying up in the air. He's just like, you know what? I want to be in a whole nother stratosphere from you. Try to go for a big old port. Anheim tried to punish him while in the air. Hip should be able to maybe get a shot. What is that range on condemn? What is that? You hit him from another zip code. Nice charge. Oh, what the? This looks like almost like a scripted fight. It looks too perfect. Anheim not looking all that good. Neither does Hip as he goes in for a little bit of extra health. Anheim needs to get the hell away from him. What is that condemn range? It's not a spell. You're not a spellcaster. You're not a wizard. And Anheim, does he just die? Oh my god, I think he just died to an auto attack. Hip and barely any health either. Does he have a dot on him? Oh my god, that was interesting. I don't know what just happened. Like, oh, goodness. Wim is up next, apparently. What is that range, chat? I gotta ask, what was that range on Condemn? That seemed like much. Going in a battle stance, he's feeling good after that first win. Hip, trying to see if he can take down Wim. These Condemns are just hitting from a whole nother state. Whole nother province. My goodness. Trying to go for Doro Shadows while also not getting interrupted by Wim. And looks like Wim might actually have him here. Fire blasting him at the very end. Hep had a really aggressive damage there. Death sentence? Wait, do you think it's death sentence? I thought death sentence gives you like a little charge, but maybe that's what it is. Chopper gonna be up next, trying to go for the grippy hand as a Frost Death Knight. Wim is gonna trick it out of the CC. Chopper does have a lot of damage to Wim. All the time, keeping him barely alive. The grip comes in immediately. And Wim just saw his end for a second. He's freaked out a little bit, put himself on ice. He'll just freeze himself. Maybe he'll come back in another century. He'll come out of cryo and be like, what day is it? What year is it? Oh, no, it was like 12 seconds after. You're still fighting Chopper. He's like, damn it. I don't want to fight him. Grip by Chopper, but he is rooted down. If you could go for a big old... Oh, not going to happen. Chopper does have quite a bit of range to his abilities. Trying to make Mirza Torment happen is going to apply it on Chopper as he is getting that extra friend with him. And Wim trying to see if he can walk him through the frozen orb. Chopper trying to avoid the frozen orb as best as he can. Actually silenced and rooted, which is a pretty bad position to be in as a Death Knight. Quite a lot of the abilities are technically spells. So if you're silenced, you can't interrupt. You can't grip, I don't think, either. I think only defensive you can use is maybe IBF. That way you don't need to be silenced on. So it does become kind of difficult. Wim trying to juke out the interrupts from Chopper, but Chopper just continuing to assault him, man. This Frost Death Knight not letting the Frost Mage go. He's going to be the better Frost by the looks of it. And it's going to drop down the anti-magic zone as the Ring of Frost is still up. Should be able to walk the Ring of Frost if he needs to. Are you trying to hit him with a flute? Are you doing the same thing again? I think he's trying to hit him with a flute. And the animation looks weird. You look like you're punching him. You look like you're just punching him out. Not even using a weapon. You're just punching the guy. Poor Wim. You are using a flute. I think that's what he was doing last time. He was trying to beat people with a flute. Actually brutal. He's got a flute. He's trying to see if he can catch Wim. It's like, I fear no man. But that flute, it scares me. Ollie on to Chopper. Wim might be able to get himself a setup. Dice have Ice Form back up and running. Chopper, though, the extra helping hand is there. Wim has nowhere to go. Trying to go for a stun onto Wim, but the Ice Form stops it. But the big damage of Frost Death Knight just trucks him down. The better Frost by the looks of it, boys. And it's playing like instruments and stuff. He's like playing air guitar. He's just playing air guitar, punching people, beating them with flutes. It is a Vipera with a crown, like. Oh my goodness. Broton is up next, the Feral Druid. Trying to see if he can open up with a Cyclone onto Chopper. Looks at Broton, not Feral. I was wrong. Balance instead. He's gonna see if he can just convoke down Chopper. Does he have the interrupt? He does go for it late. I'm surprised Broton's convoke didn't just obliterate Chopper in those few globals that he had it. Does have Incarnation, so that is a lot of damage for the Boomy. Chopper is gonna have to deal with this because he actually is out of defenses, but looks like Broton is on the defensive himself. Stunned. Barkskin is not even gonna be enough. It looks like the Barkskin barely keeping him alive. And Chopper just still has so much pressure. The Chain of Eyes is keeping him down. Bash onto the Vipera Death Knight for a second. Does not sit it long at all. AMS back up, so he's actually basically immune to majority of magic hits. He's gonna grip Broton out. The big Oblitz making the play though. Them Obliterus is still hitting hard. He's just going in trying to beat him with his fist, and the Dragon Airstrike comes from above. Chopper just being a savage here. Lamar up next as Enhancement Shaman, looking to see if he might be able to best the Vipera. All those wolves, all those pets are actually doing quite a bit of damage to Chopper. Might be able to go for a little bit of self-heal. We are going to be getting into the dampening. And that's the one disadvantage that Death Knights have nowadays. Lots of damage, but no healing at all, or almost no healing. You can sacrifice your pet, there's Death Pact, Lichborn, Death Coil yourself to full if you have runic power. Maybe Death Strikes if you have Run Transfusion, but that seems not as good anymore. How is Chopper healing so much? We didn't hit him to high dampening yet. I think that's what it really comes down to. I think he just kills his enemies before they kill him. He just outlives them. Extra helping hand with the helping arm comes in. Lamar is going to have to wall this off. Does have Counter-Strike Totem. If Chopper does eliminate it, I was going to say if he doesn't eliminate it, could be bad news bears for him. Lamar trying to see if he can survive Chopper for just a little bit longer. Try to see if he can live him. Chopper walking away from Lamar. He sees he has some cooldowns. Trying to go for a flash grab behind the pillar. That's going to be a pretty big shield at this point. And a pretty decent DR if you're channeling it into your enemy's face. And Lamar is actually kind of on the defensive right now. He's walking away from Chopper. He's trying to get away from him. And Chopper got some cooldown, not even cooldowns rolling. I guess just the consistent pressure. Lamar does activate a sentence, but the stun comes in, trinkets, and Chopper is nowhere to be found. Just chains of ice him just to get the hell out of there. Trying to stay ahead of Lamar while in Ghost Wolf as best as he can. Does summon yet another pet. He always makes sure to have those pets around, and it looks like he just kind of keeps them on cooldown. So he always has a pet to kind of sacrifice from the health. Big chain hovers for Lamar. Is going to hit Chopper as well as the pet and heal himself. But Lamar no longer with a wall. Half totems down. What was that? Chopper came in with an obliterate, split the boy in half. What the? Oh, he got the flute back. That's the problem. Never gives this man a flute. Belly is up next. Chopper trinkets out of it. Chain of ice onto Belly. Does get knocked down for a second. There goes the Death Pact. As he keeps playing air guitar, giving thumbs up to Belly over and over. He just keeps giving us thumbs up. There goes the flute again. Belly, be careful. He has the flute equipped again. Watch yourself. That is the strongest weapon a man has ever seen. A Valpera with a flute. Or Death of Valpera with a flute. He also gets stuck in animation, like he's constantly walking forward. It's kind of funny looking. He keeps giving us thumbs up over and over. But is it a seed? Nope. It looked like it was a seed. It's like his cast animation is constantly running now. IBF available. Chopper does force a big defensive out of Belly and just gonna go with Chain of Ice. Cutting him around. Big lead by Belly, but still Chain of Ice holding him down. Belly at this point needs to get a good setup. It looks like Belly getting gripped in all those leaps and charges. And Chopper is going to play with you only when he wants to. Big helping hand. Does get a disarm on the depth up, but I don't think it's going to help. Belly's in a bad spot. It looks like the Valpera with a flute and a thumbs up is just going to end up winning this duel. That is so troll. A Valpera with a flute constantly giving us thumbs up is the winner of this duel. Imagine queuing arenas and you run into Chopper with a nice little crown, flute in his hand, thumbs up in the other, and it beats your booty like a drum. That is just the coolest combo. It's like the most troll combo, and he obliterates people too. Like, Jesus. The flute. Which is a Valpera with a flute. I feel like that's perfect. All he had to be is like a Night Fae on top of it and be like the most like uwu combo you could get. But Necrolord is obviously the better choice. My man playing that Valpera, dude, repping it. Oh my god. That is the funniest thing ever. I know he's using some kind of toy. I think it's like some instrument toy, but he keeps giving thumbs up over and over. I love that. I think it's hilarious. I honestly think it's hilarious. He just keeps giving thumbs up over and over. It's so troll. It's so good though. I love it. Alrighty, boys. He's 2.2 in arena. He's also Frost Death Knight, so and those guys slap right now. I haven't seen much healing a DK these days in 1v1s. Dude, that guy just kept that pet on cooldown, sacrificing him as soon as he can. He's insane. He did do really well there. He did do really well just now. Is a guy running Karen with a DK all the times and twos? Is he carrying people? Dude, that flute, man. Is a one-man army. How many noses does that thing play? That's how many people she has strength of. But the weapons on the hands, like two big white glow sticks, they look good though. They look good, Chris. Someone's the first DK, I could say it's normal healing for us. Yeah, they don't have a lot of healing, but if you start setting yourself up for a good heal, the earlier the better. Start sacrificing that pet and using defensives. You don't have a lot of healing nowadays. You used to have a lot more. What's up, Donut? How do you, my man? It's 7 a.m. in your country. It's 7 p.m. Evening time. I think we're gonna call it there, boys. That was a lot of duels back to back on EU, man. With a perfect finish. I couldn't think of a better finish there, man. I literally couldn't think of a better finish for the duels. Breezaz, Alex, we are gonna call them, man. Thank you guys so much for coming by, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, we're gonna call it for now. I got videos to work on. I probably got arenas to do. I got food to eat, dude. I got a lot of stuff to do today. So we're gonna go and get to work ASAP. Lamar, my man.
That was a big frost DK.
Yeah.
DK.
Dude, that was good. Lamar, my man. Can we get a hashtag Lamar in chat? Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you, my dude. Hashtag Lamar, boys. For the 3 bones and all the donuts, my man. Boys, thank you so much for the donuts. That's really, really generous of you guys. You guys are nuts. Yeah, that was a pretty big frost DK, man. GG's, dudes. GG's. I love that. The honorable side of dueling, man. You know what I mean? Win or lose, you're like GG at the end. I like that. I like that about you guys. I love doing these duels, especially when you guys give each other honor duels. Like even LOL. What is that? I think a game ago. Like the rogue. What is it? He was walking up to the feral as he was dueling the mage. I forget it's Lex. I think it's Lex. I think it was Lex. And the feral was still finishing off the seed pod, and the rogue walked up at him, and the rogue came out of stealth like, "Hey, you're dueling me." So then the feral could get an opportunity to like get in stealth or stay in bear form or whatever, but like, you know, came out of stealth, moved side to side, then popped in the stealth, gave him the emperor opportunity, and then had the duel and whatnot. I do like that though, dude. I really like it's a 5v5 1v1, so as soon as your partner's dead, you can just charge in. That's the only rule that is there for 5v5s. But yeah. Like I said, could add Joker Chaos, Dreamhammer. I really appreciate it. If that, like I said, Kreiser, you can always send them up on Discord, man. All those guys hang out on Discord to have a tag next to them. It'll be a champions tag for the 5v5 duel dudes. Actually, can we get? I think we need to update the champions role, man. Who else here had a big old 1v5? Christina had a 1v5. What else is there? Who else did? Did Chopper go for 1v5 there? Yo, Chopper. Did he go for 1v5 or what? I don't remember if he did or didn't. Discord links are in the description of every stream and video. All those links are down below, man. All the links to Discord and streams and all that stuff is down below. I'll probably start spamming Discord links and stuff in the videos. I'll probably start spamming that stuff a lot more often. I'll start doing that, I think. I figured something out. I'm thinking maybe do like a lower third at the beginning of every video, like in a corner, like a thing that'll just kind of shoot out for a second and then move out. I'm thinking 3 of them for like, subscribe, Discord link down below. Join our Discord, something like that. Spam it. I don't really like spamming it. Like even they did this morning's video for the duels, for the rogue guide for assassination updated. And I said they're like and subscribe, and I just felt unnatural. Like I normally don't ask for likes and subscribes. Like the stream, by the way, if you enjoyed it. I need to start getting used to that. Getting people to subscribe, getting people to like the stuff, because it does help me reach a wider audience. Because I click on the link below, nothing. Does it not work? The Discord link down below doesn't work? Okay, I'll need to make another one then. I will need to make another link then. I'll check it after this. Are there commands like on Twitch? I need to get a bot set up for commands. Yeah, I need to get commands on it. I might to, you know what I'll do? I'll ask my twin, how does he get a bot into a stream and what kind of commands can he set up? And I'll set up a bunch of commands. I'll set up a command stuff. It won't happen overnight. Maybe by Monday or something like that. If I find any free time. This guy's here. Is he should be in the champion's role. If he's on. Looks like he's not on right now. Riser, you got a boy that's trying to get a help from you, man. Help him out if you got some time. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do need to start doing like all these streamer things more often. But thank you all so much. Appreciate all of you. You guys are beautiful. We'll be back tomorrow with more duels for the region of NA. So if you guys want to watch the NA boys compete, or you want to participate if you are on NA, you're more than welcome to. Thank you boys so much for coming by. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see all of you boys tomorrow for the stream. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. Peace.